Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the McClain Marching Tigers and Tigerettes. The band rallies the Fighting Tigers with the McClain Fight Song. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Edward Lee McClain High School Student Council, we welcome you to the 2023 McClain High School Homecoming. Tonight's game will match the Panthers of Miami Trace High School against your McClain Tigers. Students at McClain have shown their spirit over the past week by dressing up daily in themed attire designated by our varsity cheerleaders. Wednesday night was our traditional snake dance and bonfire held at the temporary practice field. We want to say a very special thanks to Mr. Mike Penn for letting us use this location. Today was capped off by a phenomenal pep rally. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to present to you the 2023 McClain Homecoming Court. Miss Shelby Wise, your freshman attendant. Shelby is escorted by senior Eldon Scott. Shelby is the daughter of Craig and Kristen Wise. Shelby is a freshman volleyball player and a Tigerette. She's a member of the Country Critters 4-H Club and shows rabbits at the fair. Shelby enjoys spending time with her friends and her family. Miss Shelby Wise, your freshman attendant. Miss Ava Hawkins, sophomore attendant. Ava is escorted by senior Xavion Pearson. Ava is the daughter of Christopher and Lacey Hawkins. Ava is a 2-year high school cheerleader and a 2-year member of the FFA. She's a volunteer at the after-school program for kids pre-K through 5th grade at the South Salem Methodist Church as a youth leader. Miss Ava Hawkins, your sophomore attendant. Miss Randa Marion, junior attendant. Randa is escorted this evening by Seth Weller. Randa is the daughter of Philip and Mindy Marion. Randa has been involved in the McClain band program. She keeps stats for the girls' wrestling team, and Randa is currently employed at Beechwood Pizza. She enjoys spending time with her nieces and nephews in her free time. Miss Randa Marion, your junior attendant. Miss Jacqueline Bolander, senior attendant. Jacqueline is escorted by Captain Drake Stapleton. Jacqueline is the daughter of Tim and Kelly Bolander. She's a 4-year varsity football and basketball cheerleader and a 2-year captain. She's a 4-year golfer, and she will also be a 4-year softball player in the spring. She's a member of the McClain chapter of the National Honor Society, a member and officer of the Drug-Free Clubs of America, and this year's Student Council president. Outside of the School of Beauty, Jacqueline is a member of the Buckskin Stitchers and Mixers 4-H Club and the Ross County's Food and Fashion Board. After graduation, she plans to attend Ohio University and to major in nursing. Miss Jacqueline Bolander, your senior attendant. Miss Skylar Mazo, Queen's second attendant. Skylar is escorted by Captains Gunnar Bodie and Caden Penwell. Skylar is the daughter of Charlotta Ball. Skylar is the 2023-24 Majorette Captain, a 4-year band member, a library aide, a first-year show choir member, a 4-year drama club member, and a 3-year member of the Quick Recall team. After high school, Skylar plans to attend the University of Kentucky to pursue a bachelor's degree in biology. In her free time, Skylar enjoys reading and cooking. Miss Skylar Mazo, Queen's second attendant. Miss Allie Flowers, Queen's first attendant. Allie is escorted by Captains Cade Sponsel and Jaden Allison. Allie is the daughter of Todd and Debbie Flowers. She's a 4-year band member, as well as a Tigerette co-captain. Allie is a 4-year varsity swimmer and placed first in the 50 and 100 freestyle events at the FAC meet last year. She also enjoys playing softball for McClain in the spring and is involved in show choir. Allie is a Drug-Free Clubs of America class officer, the NHS president, and the drama club president. She's also a member of the New Directions High School leadership team. Allie plans to study data analytics after graduating high school. Miss Allie Flowers, the Queen's first attendant. And now, your 2023 Homecoming Queen, Miss Luca Matisic. Luca is escorted by Captains Andrew Potts and Max Eikenberry. Luca is the daughter of Molly McNutt and Blake Matisic. Luca is a 3rd-year captain of the soccer team and a 3rd-year Tigerette. She plans to continue to play basketball in the winter and to participate in track and field in the spring. As a sophomore, Luca received the Academic All-Ohio Award when she had the opportunity to compete in the state track meet. Luca is a member of the Student Council, the First United Methodist Church of Greenfield, and the Drug-Free Clubs of America. Luca plans to attend college after high school and is considering a major in the medical field. Miss Luca Matisic, 2023 Homecoming Queen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest this evening, Mrs. Sue Ann Baird. Mrs. Baird was a 1974 graduate from McClain High School, and 50 years ago, she was crowned the 1973 Homecoming Queen. Miss Baird will now be crowning your 2023 Homecoming Queen, Miss Luca Matisic. Queen Luca will now receive a football, a bouquet of flowers, and a commemorative pillow from team captains Gunnar Bodie, Drake Stapleton, Max Eikenberry, Caden Penwell, Cade Sponsel, Andrew Potts, and Jaden Allison. And now, let's hear a few words from our queen.
I'm honored here to welcome you tonight on behalf of the McClain High School student body. Please join us in the cheering on of our Tigers to a win.
Thank you, Queen Luca. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our 2023 homecoming queen and her court. And now, McClain fans, please rise and pay homage to our School of Beauty as the McClain Marching Band plays our McClain alma mater. The band reminds us that no matter what sideline you may cheer for, we come together as fellow Americans as they perform a precision block band drill to America the Beautiful. Please rise for the colors, being presented tonight by members of McClain's own Cadet Corps. The Corps is under the direction of Master Sergeant John Wilson. Members of tonight's flag detail include Cadet Second Lieutenant James Brown, Cadet Second Lieutenant Elizabeth Wright, Cadet Staff Sergeant Sarah Kegley, and commanding the team this evening, Cadet First Lieutenant Justin Legee. And now, please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Good evening and welcome everyone out there in the digital realm to the 2023 homecoming game here at McClain versus the Miami Trace Panthers. We have the showdown between the felines tonight, Tigers versus Panthers, and I think it's fixing to be a really, really good one. I'll be your host for tonight, Nate Luke, and I am joined here with my bigger, stronger, smarter version of me, Mr. Mark Beal.
One of those words might be true. I don't know about all of them. So,
Hey, it's all of, man.
you know, we got Fayette County versus Highland County tonight. You know, I'm from Fayette County. You're from Highland County. So
fair enough, as long as we don't go on the football field and challenge each other.
Absolutely. No, I need to walk tomorrow later this evening, so I'd prefer.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yep.
So, yeah, welcome, everybody. It's beautiful weather out here tonight. Still a sunny 65 to 70 degree, nice, cool evenings. Really a perfect night for football, Mark. I just love these nights, especially the homecoming game. I mean, I'm looking out right now. And
you'd be lucky to find a seat or a spot probably from about the end of the end zone all the way to the other end of the end zone along the fence. So
yeah, absolutely.
Good luck to you. And it's not just
jam-packed.
because it's homecoming. It's the constant, continuous support that this school and this community has for the love of McClain High School and the Greenfield Tigers.
100%, man. I couldn't agree more. As an alum here, a homecoming football game, it's always a little surreal for me. It's always really cool seeing all the different student organizations coming together. You just saw once again.
You feel old?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. How many years has it been?
This is
we should make it a trivia question
15. Let's not. I'll just go ahead and say it. 15 years.
15.
So, yeah, big 1-5.
Pretty
so.
old.
Yep, I'm getting there, man.
We do have a good, interesting trivia question tonight that we'll play here at the stadium.
Yeah, you guys are going to want to pay very, very close attention to the halftime show tonight because our Tiger trivia question is going to be brought to you by Roofx.
Oh, sorry.
Roofx.
Yep,
yeah, different sponsorship. Roofx, as always, is going to give away a $25 gift card around halftime if you get the Tiger trivia correct, and the first one to get it. Big thanks to David Weeks tonight for giving us the Tiger trivia question and its answer. So want to thank him ahead of time for that. And
big thanks to Coach Penwell for his trivia question for the $50 gift card to the Buckeye Dairy Bar. So
yeah.
Huge thanks to them for just donating $50.
Absolutely.
Located in Hillsboro. I'm not sure where, but located in Hillsboro. So if you've got
I believe it's by KFC in Hillsboro on the east side.
There you go.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, so again, really fixing to be a good night here. We got about 5 minutes till kickoff. Just a few pregame comments here. Well, actually, let me back up. Before we get to that, we do want to give a big thanks to the McClain Band. You'll see them on the camera quite frequently tonight. The McClain Band is, of course, directed by Mr. Rick Duffus and assisted by Mr. David Weeks and Miss Toddy Weeks. So we want to thank them again for all of their good effort and solid teachings to the McClain Band. We also want to thank Vanessa Pinwell and the McClain cheerleaders for tonight. I think we are going to have some McClain alumni cheerleaders come in for the game at halftime.
Hopefully we don't need the athletic trainer, especially for any alumni coming in to march. And
yeah, they're going to have to limber up.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Limber
Hopefully
up.
they
It's been a while.
Hopefully they stretch.
They'll still do better than me doing high kicks, that's for sure. So, yeah, and the alumni Tigerettes coming in. Again, we want to thank Toddy Weeks for her direction of the Tigerettes, as always. And of course, we cannot leave out Master Sergeant Wilson and the Cadet Corps.
Absolutely not. That's something special. It definitely has changed the culture of this school. It definitely brings in a lot of kids that may not have a love for the school otherwise if they weren't participants in that Cadet Corps program. And I talked to him this week, and I believe his numbers just in the high school alone are up to 80.
That's crazy.
80. So,
yeah,
you're
that's
talking
awesome.
20% of the student population. That's quite impressive.
Getting a good lesson in discipline and self-respect and commitment.
100% of commitment.
Absolutely, and integrity. You're being led by John Wilson. You're going to get a good dose of how to be a good person. So once again, thank you.
He's my comrade in the basement, so I had to give him the shout.
That's right. Yeah. Basement buddies got to stick together there. So
that's right. We keep asking for a window, but I don't know if it's going to happen.
Amen, man. So yeah, once again, Tigers are coming out on the field tonight. Just a few things just to get us started for tonight's game. The Tigers stand at 4-1 overall in the season. They have not had a conference game yet, but they do stand at 4-1. They're only lost to Paint Valley. They come off a close game last week at Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy. I believe they had to come back quite a few points there. So always good to see the Tigers come back and get that victory. Meanwhile, the Miami Trace Panthers, they come in tonight standing at 3-2 overall. Their wins were over Western Brown, Waverly, and Bethel Tate. Their losses came against both a Wilmington and Logan Elm team that are very, very stout and are known around Southern Ohio of having good programs this year. So
it'll be interesting to see what happens at that Wilmington team tonight against Clinton Massey as well. So
that should be a pretty decent game.
Games, absolutely.
Yeah. Of course, Clinton Massey being a powerhouse, Wilmington's always going to have athletes. That should be a fun one.
You got one of those Southeast schools, Waverly. They're always competitive. So you've got to consider, look at the opponents they played. Western Brown was certainly a powerhouse school there 2 years ago, graduated a significant number of their athletes. So,
including a really good quarterback
absolutely.
as well.
That SBA competition may not be as stiff as what it is, but, we've kind of played a little more of the Southeast opponents. They've played a little more of the Southwest opponents. It's a good game, beautiful night, wonderful weather to open up some FAC, Frontier Athletic Conference competition here.
Absolutely, and regardless of who wins or loses between this friendly match between us and Trace, I'm just glad to be here with you, Mr. Beal.
That's right.
And
that's right.
Just watching some football. So
it sure make roaming around in Fayette County a little easier if we if we take home the Fayette County crown. You know that.
That's right. That's right. Won't complain about that. So. Keys to the game real quick before we start. Mr. Beal, what are your keys to the game for the Tigers to pull off a victory tonight?
As crazy as it sounds, whoever's the biggest cat.
The biggest cat.
Biggest cat, and by that, whoever wins the biggest. And I don't mean big in terms of numbers. I mean big in terms of penalties, center quarterback exchanges, maintaining possession of the ball, time of possession. All those numbers got to be the biggest. The one you don't want to be the biggest is that turnover. So
yeah, that margin's dangerous.
The only margin that you don't want to be the biggest in. So it looks like the Tigers are getting ready to kick off here.
So Miami Trace wins the coin toss. They will face the south side of the field here. We receive on the north end.
You got old Saucy Seth Weller out there.
Saucy Seth Weller, of course, a McClain soccer player. We will update you guys on some mid-season standings for all fall sports, or if you're a golf person, some very late season standings, because they essentially kind of wrapped up their regular season last week, so we'll get to those here soon.
You got number 3, Julian Baker, and it appears number 35, Cody Gibbs, back deep for the Panthers here.
From what I hear, Mr. Julian Baker, 4 touchdowns last week, so he's certainly a playmaker, and he definitely looks the part out there. So
well, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Penwell goes with here. Are you going to squib it? You're going to kick it high? You're going to kick it to him? You're going to kick it away from him? What option are we going to choose?
All right, so Weller back to kick for the Tigers. And our homecoming game is off now. He's going to go ahead and kick it to Baker.
Oh,
Baker gets it, goes out of
bounds.
bounds. Fortuitous bounce for the Tigers.
You know, the speed of Riley Cummings coming off the edge there, you know, made him possibly think twice about letting that one try to bounce out into the sideline to get that 35-yard line start. But instead he chose to field it and just fell right out of bounds there.
Absolutely. So looks like Panthers will take over here. They are led by quarterback Trey Robinette, 6'3", pretty tall kid, junior. So they will line up for their first snap of the game. Tigers will be in a 4-down line set here. 3 linebackers, it looks like.
Receiver
and Robinette will
wide
be
to the field there.
Split running backs. He'll get it in the shotgun here. Hands it off to number 1, Asher LeBeau. LeBeau will take it. He gets stuffed at the line by, it looks like, Cade Sponsel.
Appears by a gain of about 2, possibly 3, be second down and about 7, possibly 8 yards there. Great flow by your front side linebacker, your Mike linebacker, Cade Sponsel there, just starting off the game exactly like he plays every single one of them. Running downhill, meeting that running back at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. Great play by Sponsel. I think Riley Cummins, we can give him some credit there as well. Robinette will once again line up in the split back set with LeBeau and Baker beside him. He will receive it here. He's going to hand off once again to LeBeau up the middle. And looks like he was taken down by big Jaden Allison.
Jaden did a great job there shedding his block. You know, you hear a lot about Miami Trace and their size. I'm not, you know, these first 2 plays, not much movement up front more. I'm not really impressed with that size necessarily. You know, Greenfield's holding their own here. Big 3rd down coming up here, though. Big 3rd down.
And it does look like, speaking of size, Miami Trace does have a big tackle in Adam Guthrie, 6'6", 275, at least listed down here on the program.
No one ever exaggerates numbers, right?
None, yeah. I think I was
you were
listed
6'2", right?
I was like 6'2" in the basket. Yeah, that's definitely not true. So it looks like Robinette will get it with the pistol here. He's going to hand it off once again to LeBeau. He reaches, and he is going to get the first down, picks up about 3 to 4 on the play. Ball on the 24-yard line. Panthers will continue.
You know, you talked about Julian Baker, 4 touchdowns last year.
Last game.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So
playmaker.
I'll tell you, if this LeBeau runs like any of the previous LeBeaus that have worn a Miami Trace jersey, he could be just as deadly and just as threatening.
Absolutely.
So
well, I've heard of some pretty famous LeBeaus. Defensive coaches around the NFL, so
I'm not so sure they're related.
Not so sure they're related.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I just thought I'd stick that out there. All right, so Robinette will once again get in the split backs. 1 wide receiver to the right. Looks to be number 4, Evan Mullet. LeBeau gets it again up the middle. He's going to pick up good yardage. Looks about an 8 to 9 yard gain on the play, maybe even a first down. Yep, and they're
signaling
call
a
it
first down.
Yep.
I'm not so sure if it was, but they signaled for it, so we're going. The 1st and 10 on about the 34-yard line. Had some good movement up front there by that Miami Trace offensive line. I guess they must have heard us talking about how they weren't getting much push.
All right, so Miami Trace will line back up. Again, similar set, 1 wide out to the left, split back in the backfield, Robinette, LeBeau, and Baker. Man in motion here. Handoff once to Julian Baker. He's going to take it for about a 4-yard gain before he's stuffed behind a slew of Tigers, or
Good
a streak
job
of
by Owen
Tigers.
Sykes there, maintaining contain on that top side of the field there, and then working back inside to get that tackle. Had he have bounced outside, you were probably looking at potentially 6 there. So great defensive play by him.
Yeah, Panthers have not thrown a pass just yet in this game. They seem to be moving the ball pretty well on the ground so far. Once again, same formation. Mullet split out wide for the Panthers. Baker and LeBeau in the backfield. Robinette will receive. And he's going to once again give it to LeBeau. And he's going to come close to a first down. I think they're going to give that to him. So once again,
contact there by Connor Frazier. I'll tell you, LeBeau's doing a great job after contact. He's still getting 3 or 4 yards, falling, forward for positive yardage. So, he's playing well there.
Absolutely. Yeah, Panthers are driving the ball pretty well right now, showing off their running prowess. Got to think the Tigers might be wanting to get a little bit greedy here on defense, maybe bring the DBs up a little bit more. Once again, same formation, split back. Robinette will get it in the shotgun, and he's going to pass. He's going to be taken, almost taken down. He gets rid of it, gets it over to Asher LeBeau. He's trying to be taken down by Eichenberry eventually, but that is not going to be before a 20-yard gain on the play.
Andrew Roeder had him there in the backfield and just couldn't get him down. And then Andrew Potts came in and was just a tad late there on that hit, and he was able to get the ball off.
Yeah, I mean, great defense by the Tigers. Just an unfortunate series of plays there. Great play by Robinette. Got to give it to him there. He made something out of nothing. Got it to LeBeau for the big gain. All right, so Robinette will line back up in the pistol set. LeBeau behind him. Baker beside him. He will get it. He's going to pitch it to LeBeau out to the left. He finds some room, and he picks up about 14, 15 on the play before Cade Sponsel brings him down.
Tackled out of bounds by Cade Sponsel. That'll stop the clock there.
So once again, Panthers only one passing play. Almost ended in disaster, but good play by Robinette to pick up the big gain. And once again, Panthers are moving the ball, 1st and 10, ball on the 19 with 7 minutes to go left in the first. And they're just pretty content with taking their time right now.
Yeah, their
no rush.
Time of possession is certainly is significant for them.
All right, Robinette in the pistol set. He will get it. Hands it to LeBeau up the middle. Hard run by LeBeau. Raider comes in to clean it up.
The Tigers defended that one well.
Looks like number 12, Caden Pinwell, is back in the game. I think we saw Caden for a play last week, but coming back off of an ankle injury. So assuming he's healthier, that should be a big addition for the Tigers for this homecoming game.
We've missed him since his injury there at Paint Valley.
Absolutely.
Tough kid, great kid.
Super hard worker.
Absolutely. Great athlete. Let's see if he can make a difference here on this defensive front.
All right, split back set with Robinette. 2nd and 9. He'll get it. Hands it off to Baker. He rumbles and bumbles, and he's carrying some Tigers, and he's going to pick up a first down. Once again, the Panther running game dominating right now early in this first quarter.
Seems to be 1st and goal at about the 7-yard line. Again, Connor Frazier had a chance to tackle him in the backfield for a loss, similar to that sack play down here that the Panthers come up and they get a first down.
All right, so once again, halfway through the first quarter, the Tigers have not touched the ball outside of the lone kick by Seth Weller there, so got to think they would love to get a big stop here.
Turnover would definitely be huge.
That would be a big game changer. LeBeau up the middle again. He's going to get stuffed to the line, maybe a 1-yard gain on the play.
Seems to be 2nd down at the 5.
Yep, 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line here.
Tackled there by a Highland County herd of Tigers.
It's a streak of Tigers. I found that out 2 weeks ago with Mr. Derek Lyons.
Tigers.
Yeah, that's what they call them. So
well,
I don't know what Panthers are. Well, that's something we'll have to look up. Maybe Mr. Weeks can look up what a group of Panthers is called for me.
A flock?
A flock.
I don't know.
Doesn't sound as intimidating, though.
No.
All right, Robinette will get it in the pistol set once again here. He will get it, hands it off to LeBeau. He gets stuffed behind the line this time. Good play there by the Tigers.
A great initial contact there in the backfield by Connor Frazier. Wasn't necessarily able to wrap him up, but instead of that positive yardage play there, pretty much brought him back to the line of scrimmage. Or possibly a short gain, maybe a half yard.
Maybe a half yard, yeah.
You know, this is one of those who's going to be the bigger cat scenarios here. This is 3rd and goal, 4 yards to go. You know, your bigger cat, probably who's going to win this game is probably going to win this drive here. So.
All right, so the word is just in. A group of Panthers is a pride of Panthers. Oh, no, a claw of Panthers. Ooh,
Claw of Panthers.
that's provocative. All right, back to the game. Robinette gets it. He throws it to Garrett Guess in the end zone for an easy score for Trace. So, again, that's Garrett Guess's first touch of the game for a touchdown. That will make your score 6-0. Miami Trace leading the Tigers in this first quarter. A claw of Panthers.
A claw.
Man.
That's not what I would have guessed.
Yeah, sounds cool, though. All right, so it looks like number, is that 39 or 89? Looks like 39. No. Trying to figure.
89 it is. Ian Mavis.
Ian Mavis. There we go. Ian Mavis back to kick for the Trace. Kickoff is up, and it is good. That will make your score 7-0 with 4 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So, Mr. Beal, it's safe to say,
Time of possession
8
there.
minutes, and they just kept driving and taking time off the clock. And it's 4 minutes left in the first quarter. We haven't even touched it yet. But
you know, it's like you said, though, Trace didn't really increase their sense of urgency. They just kind of came out, knew what they wanted to do. They wanted to drive the ball down the field, and that's what they opted to do, and they did it.
Yep, absolutely. They did a heck of a job there. Got to give them some props.
Did they have a negative yardage play in that whole drive?
They've had some plays where they were stopped at the line. I think they may have had one.
Early on back here.
Earlier on,
maybe
yeah.
their first series. So,
but,
again, though,
not many.
You talk about your big cat plays. You know, had we have brought them down here in the backfield for a sack, would have been 3rd and long. They'd have been probably forced to pass and probably forced to punt. Then the score would have been 0-0, possession our ball. So let's see how the Tigers react to this.
All right, looks like Mr. Cam Medley and Mr. Riley Cummins will be back to receive the kick for the Tigers. And it looks like number 89, Ian Mavis, back to kick. So this will be very telling to see if the Tigers can control the line of scrimmage on offense. It seemed like the Panthers did a good job of controlling that line on the first drive. We'll see if the Tigers can counter here. Mavis's kick is up, and it's going to go little bounce. Oh, off the helmet there of Riley Cummins, but heads-up play there. He is tackled by number 57 for Trace. That would be Jaden Jones.
Tough play there. You know, you anticipate a long ball, comes short, and just gets a bad hop. You know, that one's hard to field, definitely. They were in good position to field it. Just, you know, the timing of that hop was not in their favor, certainly.
Not fortuitous, that's for sure. So that will put the ball on the McClain 17-yard line. So a long drive here to go. But you got to think Andrew Potts will get a healthy dose here to start the game. But well, actually, it looks like Drake Stapleton's out. Quarterback only here. He's going to pass first play of the game off the hands of Riley Cummins, though. So that will bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
It seems to be Cameron Morton was in the backfield there, pressuring Drake Stapleton off that far side. Defensive end, outside linebacker position there.
All right, and it looks like the Tigers are once again going to spread it out. You have 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 single to the right, Max Eikenberry. They're going to try to maybe isolate him out on the edge against a lone corner here. We did see Drake Stapleton. I thought he had what little I did watch last week on the stream against Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy. He did have a better game passing, I thought, especially in the second half. So see what he does here. Hand off to Potts. He's going to snake his way to the left side before being brought down by a claw of Panthers here.
Here to be tackled by number 52, Walker Gillespie.
And that's going to be
not much running room there.
Yeah, no gain
inside,
on the play.
Potentially, Potts could have bounced it outside for maybe a few more yards, but certainly not the way that power play was designed.
So this is going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Pretty precarious spot already early in this drive, but once again, you got to think the target here will be Eikenberry out wide. Panthers got to know that. So that's going to be double wide receivers to the right. Potts in the backfield. Fake to Potts. Looks right. He's going to get it to Eikenberry. Good play there by Max. And he's going to go down around the 47-yard line. Big pickup there. Good connection between Stapleton and Eikenberry.
Tackle by number 85, Jake Manbeavers. Good play there. Jersey tackle. Had he have let go of that, I certainly would tell you that nobody was catching Max Eikenberry. And speaking of Max Eikenberry, we're 12 months removed from his injury there, ACL repair at Miami Trace, ACL injury. Came back from that. You want to talk about a quality kid that's dedicated himself to get better, get stronger, and his willingness to come back and help this team. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Max is definitely one of those kids that I've loved to coach a lot in track, so love seeing him out here again. Potts with the handoff, meanwhile. He's going to pick up about 9 on the play.
Looks like it's going to be 2nd and short. For as lacking as those first 2 plays, these last 2 plays have been quite positive.
Absolutely. So that's a good sign here for the Tigers. Gives them a little bit of confidence going into this first drive.
Only taking about 1:30 off the clock, but it'll continue to run here as we're 2nd and maybe about a yard or half a yard.
Yep.
Good move, good initial move there by Potts. Good job shucking off that initial contact as well.
You've been shucking some sweet corn lately?
Dude, I'm kind of a glutton with sweet corn. I eat too much.
Had to ask. All right, meanwhile, Potts bounces it out to the left. Big run here. He's going to finish the run. He picks up about 20 yards on the play. Fantastic run there by Mr. Andrew Potts. That's going to be a 1st and 10. Ball on around the 20-yard line for McClain. Looks like McClain's going to have a little bit of an injury.
There. Gabe Gilbert there seems to be struggling to move around the field.
Yeah, hopefully.
That was a great run by Andrew Potts again. Number 85, Jake Manbeavers from Miami Trace, was that touchdown-saving tackle there.
Yeah.
The clock will stop here.
I'll tell you what, we'll go to a quick ad if that's okay, Brad. Again, Brad rolling behind the digits here.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Mainly the man. He's the man. Brad, can you go ahead and give us an ad?
Brace Place Orthodontics. An orthodontist you can trust, Brace Place provides braces and clear aligners to patients of all ages. They can help you get the beautiful smile that you want by straightening teeth naturally. As a specialty practice, their services are limited to orthodontics and related care. So that means every patient is important, and they'll work with your general dentist to give you the best orthodontic care possible.
All right, so back to the action. Mr. Gabe Gilbert, he's walking off on his own power there, so that's good to see for McClain. All right, so once again, McClain Tigers are going to be around their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Drive is looking good. A lot of positive yardage plays so far. And I think that's one thing, we mentioned Miami Trace. They have a 3-2 record, but they played some really, really good teams. And the Tigers are going to have to get some fortuitous plays and some big plays, I think, to counter Miami Trace because, again, they're no slouch for sure. So plays like that are good.
Theme of the game.
Bigger cat. All right, so Drake Stapleton will get it in the pistol set. He's going to pitch it out to Potts wide right. He's going to try to outrun the Panthers to the sideline. He's going to pick up good, solid 6 to 7 on the play. Good run there by Potts.
Tackled out of bounds there. Stop the clock. Looks like it'll be 2nd down and about 4.
Yeah, about 2nd and 4.
Brought down by their number 52, Walker Gillespie.
So far, play calling has been excellent. Just really well-rounded play calling. You got your outside passes, your long passes, outside runs, inside traps.
You know, I will
good.
say that Trace has been a little lacking on their outside contain. The play previous to this was an outside run. That one, we just went the opposite direction. We'll see what we call here.
Once again, Stapleton in the pistol, hands it to Potts up the middle. He's going to rumble and bumble. He's going to pick up a first down, it looks like.
And in true Andrew Potts style, had that contact at about the 12-yard line, ends up at about the 7. Positive 5 yards after initial contact. That's a big play. That is a big cat play right there.
All right, so T.D. Matisic will once again bring the play into Drake Stapleton here. Once again, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. We want to remind everybody, once again, at halftime, we will show all the halftime shows as per usual here. We love to showcase all the bands and cheerleaders as well. So that will come up as well as Tiger Trivia. Matisic in motion. Stapleton in the pistol set. Once again, he's going to keep it. I guess just gets tripped up there. Timing wasn't quite right.
I guess old Mr. Bolander put a little too much paint there on the 10-yard line. Seemed to trip up Drake.
Once again.
Not sure how much running room he had on the outside. Panthers did a much better job there on that outside.
Good job containing.
Did not bite on that inside dive there for Potts. Maybe next time we're going to hand it off to him, get some more positive yardage. You know, I think that's the first negative yardage play we've had this entire drive.
Yep.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter.
Yep. End of the first quarter, your score is going to be 7-0. Miami traces up, but Tigers are threatening. Once again, we do want to give a big shout-out to Ed Bolander. He's coming out. This should be his retirement year, but he loves doing this so much, and he's just an integral part of our community and our sports community.
Where else would you rather be than just painting the field every Thursday or Friday afternoon, whatever it be?
Absolutely. He does a fantastic job as always, so we want to thank him. Also, I neglected to say, Keith Penwell, once again head coach for McClain, came out in the pep rally today, had a heck of a good speech, so we want to say thank you to him for getting the student body fired up. We want to welcome again the Panthers to the live stream and just the stadium in general. They're coached by Mr. Jerry Will. All right, so Tigers will flip fields. They are going
to Jerry Williams. I think it's cut
Jerry
off there.
Williams.
Yeah, it appears as though that's
you
cut off.
are probably correct
there. That's an Aaron Hammond. He's corrected there, so we'll call him out.
We'll
call him out on his spreadsheet there.
I won't say anything. That is all you.
Those in Fayette County, that was Hammond's fault. It does appear to be Jerry Will. That's not your fault, Nate.
How would a guy know? I don't know.
Who will? Jerry will.
Jerry will.
Right?
That's right.
Who won't? Hammond won't. That's right. Love you, Aaron Hammond.
He does a fantastic job up at Trace. Just everything just seems so organized up at Trace all the time, and just he does a heck of a job. So, yeah, once again, thank you to him. Thank you to our athletic director, Tim Bolander, as well.
Not much of a hole there for Potts. Hesitated there at the line of scrimmage and was met by a pack of Panthers.
Claw of Panthers. All right, so that will bring up a third and long situation here.
Ironically enough, we're right back where we were. Panthers were here just about 5 minutes ago, 3rd and 4. Here we sit 3rd and 9. This is one of those big plays of the game we talked about early on, Nate.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where the battle of the felines will be won, right here in the red zone. So Stapleton back in the pistol set here. Potts behind him. He's going to fake to Potts. He's going to look for Max Eichenberry on the out. Just couldn't bring that in. Looks like Stapleton led him just a little too much. Eichenberry couldn't pull that in.
Definitely a good route there by Max Eichenberry. The 4th down and 9.
And it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field. And
this early in the game, you're down 7-0. You got 4th and 9. Worst case scenario, you get some positive yardage.
Yeah.
You're going to challenge the Panthers to a 90-plus yard drive. This keeps your defense off the field maybe just a little bit longer. We've had the ball here for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, once again, two drives to start the game off by both teams that have been very long and drawn out. Okay, Stapleton will get it. He looks left. Just know Tigers are open right now.
Flag on the play.
Might be defensive holding in the backfield. We'll see, but it looks like where the flag's at, possibly offensive holding. We'll see, though.
It appears to be left guard there. Possibly Kate Sponsel is going to be called for that hold.
Yep, and it looks like Jerry Williams is going to, yeah, he's going to go ahead and deny that penalty.
Nick Farrens, number 58 for the Panthers, fighting hard there against Kate Sponsel. Made him just pull that hand on the outside of that jersey. Got to keep him inside on that breastplate.
Absolutely.
Know all too well about those holding penalties.
Yeah.
Never had one, but all too well.
Yeah, well, hey, you never had a fumbled snap. So
That's right. That's right.
That's big, Mr. Mark. So, I mean, not for the team that I would like it to be for, but, you know, whatever.
That's right. Well, they've been struggling, so they probably need somebody to have a fumble snap.
All right, so that will bring Panthers up on the 9-yard line, their own 9. Big 91-yard drive ahead of them if they want to get to the end zone. Once again, Robinette will hand it off to
Robinette
will keep it. Just
gain
kidding.
of about 8 yards, maybe 9. Looks like it'll be about 2nd down and 2.
All right, so once again, Panthers keeping it on the ground for positive yardage.
Appears as though they faked the booth out as well as quite a few of the Tigers.
Well, if you can fake the guys up here with high elevation out, you're going to fake the guys out on the field. So that was a good pull there by Robinette.
That's a good first down play for the Panthers. Positive 8 yards there. Let's see what they come out here with in second.
All right, so once again, split back set. He's going to hand off to LeBeau up the middle again. But LeBeau's going to get very positive yardage. He's going to pick up about
7
6
yards there. That brings first down on the 25.
And something we have neglected to mention is that the girls high school varsity track team from last year, first ever district champions in school history.
109 years.
109 years,
109
yeah.
years.
They will be recognized.
Right historian weeks, 109 years of school history.
Yep.
First ever. They'll be recognized tonight at halftime. That's going to be pretty awesome here at homecoming.
And
this crowd.
And thank you for helping get that organized, Mr. Beal.
Hey, that's the Spirit Committee headed up by Miss Carolyn Arthurs. You know, we took on the role there to try to do something a little more unique as opposed to just doing your typical pep rally and such.
Absolutely.
So
we greatly appreciate
we
that.
We want to celebrate the kids of present and past.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they honor their school and they represent their school in the way that we challenge them to, why not celebrate them?
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Girls track team, halftime. Make sure to give them some credit there. They worked their tails off last year to earn that.
That's a pretty awesome picture that's going to hang in the school.
Absolutely.
There for the next 109 years.
I don't know who the bald guy is on the right.
I was going to say there's quite a glare there in that picture, but I'm not going to say anything, Mr.
Well,
Luke.
that's 15 years of balding.
Yeah.
All right, so Robinette will get it. LeBeau gets met in the backfield by Andrew Rader, but he just keeps chugging along. He's going to pick up the first down.
Met in the backfield there by the Tigers, but LeBeau about positive 6 yards there after about that initial contact. He does a great job just keeping fighting and continuing to paw to that line of scrimmage there.
All right, so once again, we see the Panthers. They're moving the ball on the ground, getting good at push up front. They're really not getting too fancy with it. Split back set. Sometimes you'll see a pistol.
Wonder if we'll see a pass here.
Yeah.
First down and 10 on the 39.
The one pass that they have tried came close to getting a sack, but just couldn't quite get there. Hand off to Julian Baker.
Oh,
that's going to be
a penalty.
Yep.
And maybe possibly a second penalty as the clock stops here. Most likely going to be a legal block in the back there for your Panthers.
Might have even been hands to the face. I saw Riley Cummins kind of throw his head back there, so we'll see what they call.
See what we call. Dead ball. And it appears as though the Tigers are going to elect to take it.
There'll be a personal foul penalty of some sort.
Will that be a spot foul penalty? It appears to be.
That's going to be holding. Yeah, okay.
Holding. That's not what I guessed.
Not what I guessed either.
Yeah.
But, hey.
So we'll go back to first and 20 on the 29.
All right. So not a personal foul penalty. All right, so Panthers will take over once again, first and 20.
From the 29.
From the 29.
That might be one of the first or the biggest, I guess, negative yard plays for the Panthers thus far in this game.
Yeah, they played a pretty disciplined game so far. Up until that, looks like Coach Williams is going to take a timeout here.
Williams,
probably a wise
not
Williams. I know.
Right.
I'm going to get it eventually. So that'll bring our first timeout of the game here.
Want to give a shout out while we have a break here to the Greenfield Middle School football teams. The 8th grade team has started off the season a 4-0 and have left a big goose egg in the opponent's scoreboards.
I was about to say, make sure to throw that stat out there. That is
we will
impressive.
say last week against Portsmouth Northwest, they were up 30-0 in the first quarter.
Whew.
So that's a really strong, really dedicated group of kids that committed themselves 3 days a week this summer. You see a lot of them there on the sidelines. One of them, probably leading tackler, one of the tougher football players there, Cam Penwell, Coach Penwell's son, is doing an incredible job for us. And then that 7th grade team's 2-1, lost a tough one there on Wednesday, 8-0.
Yeah.
Had some handling of the ball issues. If you don't win a turnover battle, there's a high percentage chance that you will not win.
The math is not in your favor.
They got a big one coming up this Wednesday against Chillicothe.
Yeah, best of luck to the middle school football teams. Looks like Robinette will be back to pass. He's going to get it to Guess out wide. Good tackle there by Cam Medley.
Great tackle.
Got low on the big 6'5" tight end there. Didn't back down. Took him down for a very short gain on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 15.
It's positive. The fact that it was a positive 5-yard play, that was a huge outside tackle there by Cam
Absolutely.
Medley.
Cam has had a great 2 to 3 game stretch here, a fantastic stretch. So let's hope that continues here.
I think the momentum, although the scoreboard would argue, I think the momentum right now might be on the Tigers' side. 2nd and 15, ball on the 34 here, approaching halfway through the second quarter. Let's see what we can come up with.
Just got to stress not giving up big plays. All right, Robinette will hand it off to LeBeau again, and that's not a big play because they're going to bring him down with maybe a 1-yard gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
The Tigers definitely came off the ball, wanted to get off there. Only about a 1-yard gain. LeBeau did not have much grass left or right to go to there. So as you hear the historic AC/DC song played by the famous Mr. Weeks, 3rd down and 13 to go. Is this the biggest play of the game thus far, Mr. Luke?
Yeah, so far. Absolutely. I mean, you could argue the touchdown, obviously, right? But this is a big play.
Aside from a scoring play.
One could make that argument.
All right, and maybe I need to add that in. Aside from the scoring play.
Big play, though, for sure. Looks like LeBeau in motion. They're going to get it out to him wide. They got to contain him, and they do. Good containment there by the Tiger cornerback, Cam Medley.
Brought down about the 43, 44-yard line. Looks like it'll be a 4th down and about 5. I take that back. Brought down about the 41-yard line. Must have stepped out of bounds a little earlier than what he fell.
I gotta say this because it is extremely hard to make an open field tackle out there, especially when a guy's coming full steam at you. But Cam Medley these last few weeks has done fantastic.
Especially when you're –
and it looks like they're going to go for it. All right, so it looks like Owen Sykes and Riley Cummins, they better get back because they thought it was a punt.
Fortunately for the Tigers, Coach Penwell took a timeout there.
That was a very good timeout.
It seemed like a misread there from the sidelines.
Yeah, great timeout. I don't want to say good, great timeout there by Keith Penwell, preventing what could have been a really, really bad scenario for the Tigers.
If we can go down here and have a sustaining drive, we might even out this time of possession. I think the Panthers might still control that. Well, obviously we'll still control that now.
Yep.
After that last possession, but we'll see how we end up here.
Absolutely. All right, so that'll bring up 6 minutes before halftime. Once again, lots of cool things coming up at halftime. Cool halftime shows. We're going to try to get a drone shot of a part of the halftime show as well, and hopefully if you stick around at the end, you will see the drone footage. I'm going to try to get that little booger up in the air and capture a script Tigers.
County can drive a drone.
I don't know.
Operate a drone? What would be the proper terminology there, Mr. Weeks? Operate, drive a drone, control a drone, maneuver a drone. Pilot a drone.
There you go. A claw of pilots.
The Panthers drop back into a punt.
Yeah, they liked what they saw there, or didn't like what they saw there, so Robinette's going to punt it. He's going to get it back to Owen Sykes. He's going to call fair catch and let it bounce, and that's going to bounce around the 15-yard line. But, yeah, like I was saying, halftime, we got a lot of cool things. If you stick around to the end of the game, we'll see if we can't get that drone footage up of Script Tigers. The alumni and the band, they're going to try to do the Script Tiger during halftime, and I think it's a really cool thing. So we're going to try to get an overhead of that. If you want to see that, stick around towards the end of the game. We'll see if Brad Rowland can get that going for us. So
again, at halftime, we have the first ever 109-year history district champion track team, girls track team, coached by
Drew Hamilton,
as well as the legendary Bob Bergstrom.
That's right. All right, Potts up the middle here. He's going to get stopped by a claw of Panthers.
5:45, a claw of Panthers. 5:45 remaining in here.
I'm going to keep saying it.
Appears as though it's 2nd and 9. Wasn't much room there for Potts. Not much positive yardage after initial contact.
Tough running. You got to think the Panthers, the more the Tigers do those little trap plays and dive plays with Potts, you got to think they'll start to squeeze in, and maybe Drake can bust one and keep one out to the edge. So we'll see what happens here. But Drake's going to be back in the pistol formation again. He's going to look to pass. He's going to look. Eikenberry's way down for the streak. That's going to be intercepted.
Not intercepted. They call it incomplete.
Incomplete. All right. Well, hey.
Eikenberry.
Good coverage there by 22, Bryce Perkins, a junior for Chase.
I would challenge maybe that could have potentially been called pass interference. Didn't appear as though he was playing the ball, but here we are, 3rd and 9. You know, we talked a minute ago. Miami Trace had the ball 3rd and 13, one of the biggest plays of the game. Yeah. This might be one of your bigger plays of the game thus far. The Tigers have the ball on their own 16. You definitely don't want to have your heels on the end zone putting that thing out of it. So let's hope we get some positive yards.
Cummins and Potts in the backfield with Stapleton. He's going to get it, fake it to Potts. He's going to roll out to his left. Looks for Riley. Oh, and Riley Cummins. He's going to catch it.
For a first down.
Man, good focus there.
30-yard line. The lucky hop, skip, and a jump there by that ball falls right into Riley Cummings' hands. Was he the first one to initially touch that?
I think a Panther got it first, and it just fortuitously, is that a word? Fortuitously bounced into the hands of Cummins.
Research that for us.
Yeah, we need him
I'm
up
not
here.
sure who the intended receiver was there, but great job, eyes on the ball, turning your head around there by Riley Cummins to have some awareness.
Absolutely. All right, so, hey, Tigers first down, 4:30 left to go. Jinx. Stapleton in the pistol formation, handoff to Potts, and he's going to pick up maybe a half yard on the play.
It appears as though Coach Will and the Panthers there anticipated that run. Good defense on their part. Not much movement up front by the Tigers.
All right, so looks like Seth Weller is going to bring in the play to Stapleton. And Eikenberry and Cummins are going to come out wide along with Seth Weller by himself to the left. Potts once again in the backfield, lone back beside Stapleton. Stapleton's going to get it. Hands it off to Potts. Ooh, keeps it. Great keeper there by Stapleton. He's going to pick up the first down. Big play there, 13 yards.
13-yard gain there. Again, had us all fake like Miami Trace did earlier. It looked like Potts took that ball outside. Miami Trace did a great job anticipating that ball going to Potts on the outside. Great job containing. Then you see the speed and athleticism of Drake Stapleton getting vertically up the field.
Absolutely.
Great job.
Great play there by Stapleton. All right, so that'll bring up 1st and 10 with 3:20 left to go in the first.
Tigers approaching midfield here.
Oh, high snap there by Stapleton.
Appears to be what was a false start by the Tigers. This right side of the line. Fortunately for us, although we'll lose 5 yards, Drake is tall and was able to catch that bad snap.
All right, so that'll be 5-yard penalty for the Tigers. That'll bring it back to 1st and 15. So once again, we'll see if the Tigers can get themselves out of this pickle here. It seems like they've been pretty fortunate on a couple of these plays so far this game.
Kind of an atypical thing for Jaden Allison there.
Right, yeah, you don't see that
often.
Consistent
with his snaps. 3-sport athlete.
Yeah.
Great
Tigers
kid.
are going to bring out trips right, single left. Stapleton looks to the right for Eichenberry. Tip pass. That was sniffed out by the Panthers. Good pass coverage there by number 22, Bryce Perkins, once again on Max Eichenberry.
Eichenberry doesn't seem to have had too many positive plays since the previous big play on the other side of the field where he almost broke loose for a touchdown there.
And Mr. Beal, I'm going to have to leave you here in just a few seconds.
Hey, well, I guess you've earned that on-field performance. How many years did you coach track for us there, Coach Luke?
I don't know, about 10.
About 10.
Roughly.
About 10. Decided to hang
I
up
don't
those
know.
track shoes last year, right?
Yeah, something
I
like
can
that.
imagine something's telling me you're still going to be lingering around a little bit.
Yeah, you never really leave. Stapleton back to pass, looking left. He's going to look for Owen Sykes. Once again, good pass. Oh, they're going to have a late flag here. So late flag, you got to think it's probably going to be on the Panthers.
On the Panthers.
Yes, sir. That's once again fortunate series of play there.
You know, that's not necessarily how you want to get those positive yardage plays by penalties, but in that instance, had they have not interfered, Owen Sykes had a step on that Miami Trace defender. Could have turned that into a really big play or potentially a touchdown. So probably a smart play on behalf of the Panthers there to interfere that one. So we make our way into Miami Trace territory here on the 46-yard line, middle of the field, 2 minutes, 43 seconds left. You know, this is probably coming up on those big plays we talked about.
All right, so
Definitely be a
Stapleton
difference if we
alone
can
in the
get
backfield. Looking for Potts down the middle. He's got it. And, wow, what a great catch there by Potts. Big play there.
Potts
That's going to
fields
bring
the
up a
ball
first
there
and
about
goal.
He fielded the ball there about the 20-yard line, took another about 12 yards, dragging that Panther defender down the field. Typical Andrew Potts style.
Absolutely. And, Andrew always jokes around, but, he always kids about tight end is his natural position. And
I think he's angry because the seniors didn't win the Spirit Stick today.
I think so. I don't know whose fault that was.
I don't know.
I'm
You
not going to
voted
name
sophomores.
names.
I voted seniors. So
Hey, easy there,
yeah,
killer.
I'm not going to call you out, but I'm just saying.
Easy there. All right, back to the action for my sake.
2:18 left in the game, or the half, I should say, not the game.
Fair enough. Stapleton in the pistol set here. Hands it off to big Mr. Andrew Potts. He's going to go right. Just couldn't quite get past the claw of Panthers there. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play, maybe a half yard.
You know, as big as this drive has been, maintaining time of possession here, maintaining possession of the ball, keeping it out of that kind of dominant offensive front of the Panthers there. You know, if the Tigers were to go into the half here scoreless with no time left on the clock, it's still a win, but obviously want to get some points there on the board to even this out.
Well, Mr. Beal, I'm going to leave you for now. Reminder, folks, we do have halftime coming up, lots of cool stuff, and Tiger Trivia. So I'll be back in the action here very, very soon.
Drake Stapleton in the backfield getting chased around by a Panther. Looks to draw back and instead chooses to run. Gets to about the 9-yard line, gain of about 2. Will bring up 3rd and about 9, 3rd and possibly 10. Big play here for the Tigers as we approach under a minute. Be interesting to see here if Coach Penwell chooses to kick or go for it if we get to a 4th down. Stapleton lone in the backfield. Potts in the slot position. Riley Cummings goes in motion. Stapleton drops back. Looks to run here. Has the outside. Does he have the corner? Touchdown! Drake Stapleton and the Tigers. Great run, great play. Had an open receiver, but he chose to keep the play there. Touchdown, Tigers. And on an even more positive note there, it appears as though the Panthers are going to get the ball back with only about 27 seconds, enough time for maybe 1 or 2 plays. Be interesting to see what Coach Williams does there. Great play call by Coach Penwell, Coach Gossett. As we sit here on alumni night, it's interesting to see the old head coach, Tim Gossett, back as offensive coordinator. penalty on the field here during the PAT. It appears to be too many men on the field for the Panthers. Doesn't appear to be a penalty, just the ball seems to be blown dead by the officials. Some issues with something for the Panthers there. Tigers line up for the PAT. High snap. Good kick by Seth Weller, a little low, but it goes through the uprights. That brings us to 7-7 here at halftime, 27 seconds remaining. And I think we're going to go to a commercial here. We'll be back here momentarily.
C&C Barbershop. Need a cut, trim, shave, or new style? C&C Barbershop has you covered. When you sit down in the chair, you'll be greeted with attention to detail. And you'll always finish with a refreshing hot towel, great for these cooler months. Whether you're growing a mullet or have come to your senses, C&C is the place to be for a great cut and a great time.
All right, we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, at historic McClain Field at under the shadow of McClain High School, looking on at the historic bell tower on Alumni Night here on what seems to be a cool October-November night, but really is a great mid-September evening here. The Tigers have started off a little sluggish, but put one in here with only 27 seconds left before the half. Weller back to kick. It appears as though the Panthers are going to let this one roll out of bounds. It seemed as though that might have been a design play. The Panthers will get the ball here on the 35-yard line. My teammate up here this evening in the press box, Mr. Nate Luke, made his way to the sidelines there for the halftime presentation. Kind of award presentation for the first ever historical McClain Tigers girls district champion track team. Pretty exciting for those ladies. First time in the 109-year history of McClain High School. All right, Robinette's back. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Williams does here. What do you think, Briggs? What's Coach going to do? You're live on the air. Anything? Nothing? Robinette's back. Winds up. Defended really well by Riley Cummings. Almost picked off. It appears as though the Panthers are going to opt for a timeout. Personal foul. No, I take that back. That is a flag on the field. Personal foul on the Tigers. Not sure who that one's on. Potentially something to do with the tackle. Not the 15-yard personal foul penalty there against the Tigers. Not the positive yardage play you want to see here right before the end of the half. I would assume that Miami Trace is going to try for some more positive yards here as opposed to just taking a knee with 20 seconds left. What do you think, Briggs? Robinette drops back. He's got an open receiver. He's flushed out of the pocket here. Incomplete pass. Receiver was not only out of bounds, but dropped the ball as well. Flag on the play here. Preliminary holding. Preliminary hold appears to be by the Miami Trace offensive line. Great job by the Tigers front four there, scrambling around and flushing him out of the pocket. Got some good pressure. Probably the furthest, the deepest you've seen that Tiger defensive line getting in the backfield there. Big, strong offensive line or defensive line down there. You got Zeke Sexton, Owen Sykes, Jaden Allison, and then stud on the edge there, Mr. Potts. It'll be interesting to see what the Tigers do here. First and long. Again, a little pressure deep. He got a man open, and he's dropped. It appeared as though number 35, Cody Gibbs, had a step on the outside there on T.D. Matisic, but couldn't bring that one in as he landed on his back. Brings up a 2nd and 20. 4 seconds left. Certainly probably going to be the last play of the half here. Score tied up 7-7. Panthers taking their time, getting the play in. Trey Robinette walking in from the sidelines. Robinette showing some air under that ball there. Strength of his arm. Pretty impressive. Robinette drops back again. Tigers get in the backfield there, flush him out of the pocket. He's close to the line of scrimmage. Completed pass at about the 27-yard line, but that, ladies and gentlemen, will bring us to the end of the first half. Please stay with us here as we have a special presentation for our girls track team, first time in the 109-year history of the school. So we will see you here at halftime, after halftime.
CNC Barbershop. Need a cut, trim, shave, or new style? CNC Barbershop.
You'll see here walking up from the left side of the field, our 2003 district champion track team, Mr. Weeks, will take this over.
This evening, we would like to honor our girls track and field team for their historical feat accomplished last spring. For the first time in the 109-year history of McClain High School, the girls track team won the district track and field title. 11 of these student athletes qualified for the regional track meet. They were Luca Matisic, Miley Lovett, Becca Bergstrom, Lily Barnes, Leah Lovett, Brenna Wright, Ryan Butterbaugh, Katie Cook, Anna Eikenberry, Addison Olaker, and Caitlin Jett. 6 of those young ladies qualified for the Ohio State track meet in Columbus, Ohio. 2-time qualifier Luca Matisic, 2-time qualifier Lily Barnes, 2-time qualifier Katie Cook, 2-time qualifier Ryan Butterbaugh, and first-time qualifier Brenna Wright. An even more impressive accomplishment is that they averaged a GPA of 3.8 on a 4-point scale. The Lady Tigers were coached by Mr. Drew Hamilton, Mr. Nate Luke, Mr. Ethan Hurt, and the legendary Bob Bergstrom, and Mr. Steve Rommel. Standing with the ladies this evening are Superintendent Quincy Gray and High School Principal Matt Shelton to present them with the picture plaque that will hang in the gym lobby for the next 109 years in McClain High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please get on your feet and celebrate with us this monumental achievement. Congratulations, ladies. Collins Septic, proudly serving Fayette and surrounding counties with complete septic tank and restaurant grease trap cleaning. Collins Septic is ready for your call when you're backed up and the stuff hits the fan. Give them a call today at Collins Septic. Community Savings Bank. Community Savings Bank is a state-chartered mutual savings institution. Because the company is owned by its depositors and not stockholders, the attention is focused on community development and customer relationships. CSB's mission is to serve as a cornerstone for community development while providing superior financial services, and they do that every day at their locations in Bethel and right here in Greenfield. Ladies and
Mr. Paul Bissler and Anna Sollenberger, Color Guard Advisor Lindsay Hellwig, and Major Ed Advisor Jamie Etzler. Please welcome to the field the pride of the Panthers, the 2023 Miami Trace High School Marching Panther Pride. We are feeling a groove tonight. We hope this Latin rock chart from Santana will get you dancing. Here is Oye Como Va. Man, it's a hot one, but we stay cool. We're feeling the step in the groove. Here is Santana's Smooth. For our final chart tonight, we are playing the Rolling Stones classic. Here is Paint It Black. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the 2023 Marching Panther Pride.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the purple band from Tigerland, the McClain Marching Tigers and Tigerettes. It's homecoming at McClain, a time for moments and memories. Tonight, we celebrate homecoming by welcoming back members of our alumni band, Silks, Majorettes, and Tigerettes to join us on the field one more time. we welcome back our alumni from the 2020s, the 2010s, the 2000s, the 1990s, the 1980s, the 1970s, and the 1960s. We get things rolling by rolling back the clock to a song written in 1955 that wouldn't take root until the Kingsmen released it nearly a decade later. It's been said that all you need to make a good rock and roll record are the chords to this tune and a bad attitude. Here is Richard Berry's Louie Louie. The Marching Tigers pride themselves on community and excellence. Tonight, we revive a tradition that demonstrates those values as our current band and our alumni combine to put words into motion. Playing both the old and the new fight songs of McClain, we unfurl the block at the top side of the field to bring you Script Tigers. And as you can see on the field, we have now connected the T, the I, G, E, R, and the S to form Script Tigers. But what good is a script without the dotting of the I? Tonight, we are honored to welcome back the man that started this tradition. Please welcome to the field, Director Emeritus from 1982 through 1987, Mr. Mark Robertson. And ever be faithful to our alma mater dear. Those words were penned by Barney Beaver and are etched in the memories of so many that have come through the hallowed halls of McClain. We invite all of Tiger Nation to rise as we play the McClain alma mater, McClain School of Beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, your McClain Marching Tigers, Tigerettes, Majorettes, and Silks.
Again, wonderful job there by the McClain Tigers, Tigerettes, the marching band, and all those involved. That definitely took some time to get that one together. Just a quick bit of info here. We will have the RoofX trivia, halftime trivia here momentarily.
Community Savings Bank. Community Savings Bank is a state-chartered mutual savings institution. Because the company is owned by its depositors and not stockholders, the attention is focused on community development and customer relationships. CSB's mission is to serve as a cornerstone for community development while providing superior financial services, and they do that every day at their locations in Bethel and right here in Greenfield.
All right, so tonight's RoofX halftime trivia, we bring in the Nate Luke.
All righty, folks, I'm back. Had a busy halftime there.
Had his drone in the air.
All
we
right.
have not asked what the trivia was. Do you remember what it was, Mr. Luke?
Yeah, here we go. I know now. All right, so how many total counts did it just take the Marching Tigers and alumni to form Script Tigers? Okay, so again, how many, we'll call it quarter beats, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. How many of those did it take to form Script Tigers during that whole series, okay?
I'm going to say a heck of a lot of them. Brad, what do you think?
It was a handful.
Over under 250, Brad.
No gambling allowed here on this live stream, Mr. Beal. Okay, so that's your Tiger trivia question, guys. Look, this is Price is Right style. So this is closest to the correct answer without going over. If you go Yes, and Facebook only. You cannot do this on YouTube. So put your comments in on the Facebook stream. Make a comment on this stream. Again, Price is Right style, closest one to the answer without going over will win tonight's prize, a $25 Visa gift card sponsored by, once again, RoofX. We want to thank them and Sean Hickok for, once again, sponsoring this and just being a great support system to the community here in Greenfield and this stream. So get your answers put in the comments here, guys, and we will give you the answer to that between the third and fourth period. And once again, snap some drone footage of the Script Tiger. So just gave the SD card to Mr. Brad Roll, and he's going to try to get that uploaded. If you want to stick around and see an aerial view after the game, we might try to get that up.
What is it? You're old enough to know that.
All right, so it looks like the SD card may not fit because we have so many gadgets coming in and out of this thing. But we will make it our darndest effort to try to get you that. If not, we will post that onto our Facebook page as well as the Greenfield Exempted Village Schools website. So stay tuned. See some cool drone footage, I guess. You'll see how rickety my my drone skills are.
Well, I've seen the side of your truck there, Mr. Luke. I'm not going to say it's spectacular.
Oh, man. Bringing up bad memories. Thanks, man. That's what we're here for. All right, so. All right, so back to the second half action here. Mr. Beal, heck of a first half. We saw again a touchdown late by the Tigers to kind of even the odds here. Tigers are carrying the momentum going into halftime. And looks like they're going to receive here. So that's good. That's the old Urban Meyer mantra.
You know, we took a vote here, and we cast you off the island, Mr. Luke. You know, the moment you left the press box up here, we had some serious positive plays and positive yardage there to finish that quarter. When it was looking like there at the end of the quarter, we were going to go in with a goose egg on the scoreboard, but running down the time clock there.
Yeah, I was down close to the field when that
Riley
was going
Cummins
on.
fumbled that reception there. Or that return, picked it up.
Second time this game we've had some mishaps here on the kickoff, so hopefully we can get that cleaned up a little bit.
Great job by Riley recovering that.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily the way you want to start the second half, but as strong as those drives by Miami Trace were in the first half, it's nice to see that we start with the ball here. It sure would be nice. You know, as easy it is to say it, it sure would be nice to go down and get a nice, long, sustaining drive, just like the Panthers started the game there for us early on.
Oh, it would be huge, man. That's can't say it enough. If you can come out in the second half and get a good start, that's almost everything here. So Drake Stapleton's going to get it back in the pistol, hands it off to Potts up the middle, and he's going to garner about 5 yards on the play. Good run there. Late flag comes down. We'll see what that's all about.
Flag gets tossed in from deep there.
Once again,
Gabe
it looks
Gilbert
like
he's struggling to get up there. Great lead block there by backside guard. Your quick guard there, Cade Sponsel. Potts didn't seem to follow that hole. Decided to cut it back for some green grass to the backside. Preliminary penalty was a hold, I believe.
So, Mr. Beal, like I said, I was close to the field, but I was talking with a couple people here. How did we score that last touchdown going into half?
That was a scramble by Drake Stapleton.
Okay.
About a 9-yard trot into the end zone. It was 3rd and 9.
Awesome.
Same scenario Trace had, 3rd and 4. Opted to go for the run and got in the end zone there. Actually, they went for the pass. We went for the pass, and Drake ran it in for us.
All right. So Potts up the middle again here. He's going to get stood up by a couple Panthers.
Not much in the way of positive yardage there. It's going to be a 2nd and long again. It'll be interesting to see what play call we go with here. Definitely need to get some significant positive yardage. As it looks right now, ball on about the 16. Potts' heels would be on about the 3-yard line in a punt scenario here. Definitely not where you want to be to start off this first half.
No sirree duty. No sirree. Once again, guys, keep those Tiger Trivia answers coming in. You got in between the 3rd and 4th period. Maybe we can get Brad to put that up here again here soon. Not right now, but here eventually. So Stapleton alone in the backfield here. 5 wide outs. He's going to look left. Eikenberry gets it. Ah, man. Looked like number 6, Cooper Enix, coming out of nowhere for the Panthers to make that tackle.
Good defensive play there by Cooper Enix.
Yeah, I couldn't. He looks like a linebacker. He might have been a nickel back there, but coming out.
Anticipated block there by Riley Cummins. Riley's given up a few pounds and probably a few inches. Couldn't just sustain that one long enough for Max to break loose.
All right, so that will bring up
we do have some interesting trivia here for our students as well. So that'll be coming up.
You're in charge of that one.
That's right. That'll be from the. This is from Mr. Bollender and the $50 gift card from the Buckeye Dairy Bar in Hillsboro.
All right.
So that'll be. This trivia is brought to you by Coach Keith Penwell.
Hey,
the intellectual one on the sidelines.
That's
there,
right. That's right. All right. Once again, Drake Stapleton in the backfield by himself. Looks to Eichenberry. That's going to be intercepted. 85, Jake Manbeavers.
You know, it's unfortunate. It appeared as though if that ball had hit Max in the hands, he was off to the races. Definitely had a step on his defender there. Some mixed-up coverage by the Panthers. Just a shade too high for Max to get to there. So,
you know, Drake made the right read there. Eichenberry was open, kind of on that little slant down the middle, just a little too high of a pass. Trace takes advantage of it. And they now have it on their 22-yard line, threatening in Tiger territory.
You know, that's one of those big plays we talked about early. You know, that's a huge play for the Panthers. Definitely a negative scenario for the Tigers here, giving it up to a driving and sustaining team like Miami Trace.
All right,
we'll see what the Panthers opt to do here.
Once again, Robinette in the backfield, split backs. He's going to get it. Hands it off to Baker. Nothing going there. So Julian Baker will pick
Only
up.
About a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Yards.
We see here on the 20. The Tigers had the ball there for about 2 minutes in that drive.
So far, I mean, just haven't seen enough of them this second half. We haven't really seen a whole lot of adjustments. You know, an aired pass by Stapleton there, but hopefully we can get a big stop here. And Robinette will be back once again in the shotgun. Garrett Guess, the lone tight end on the right. He'll get it. He's going to hand it off to LeBeau. He's got some room. T.D. Masick in pursuit. Good.
Preliminary flag there. Appears to be a hold by the offensive line for the Panthers.
And once again, good open field tackle there by T.D. Masick. I think this is going to come back anyway, but good effort there by number 20 for the Tigers.
You know, that's one of the most positive things that could happen to the Tigers in that scenario. Get a penalty, bring it back 10 yards. That'll
Absolutely.
Be, most likely bring up a 2nd and 18 for the Panthers. Ball will be spotted at approximately the 30-yard line, it seems.
Mr. Beal will have to get you to look up some scores for some other games around the area. All right, so it looks like Mr. Brad Rowland, he's got the drone footage up and going already. That guy's amazing. Love that guy. All right, so once again, Trace threatening here in Tiger territory. He's got split backs, 52 in motion there. Hands it again to, wow, good run there by LeBeau.
You know, after that initial contact, it's contacted about the 27-yard line, is finally brought down at about the 12-yard line, it seems, maybe 13. Appears as though it'll be about a 3rd and 1, 3rd and short here for the Panthers.
Yeah.
17-yard gain for the Panthers. Not the scenario the Tigers wanted out of that 2nd down play there.
Absolutely. You got to think this is probably 2-down territory for the Panthers. They're going to want to, even if they get stuffed here, they're probably going to go for it on 4th down. Of course, that's just a scenario. We'll see what happens here. Robinette back, pistol formation. LeBeau behind, Baker beside. 52, Walker Gillespie stays there that time, no motion.
Oh,
and he's going to get stuffed.
Brought.
Andrew Potts with the big play keeps
Not
LeBeau
sure
from
they
going
made the
forward.
First down there, Mr. Luke.
I don't think they did either.
They're calling 4th. The officials are calling 4th down. That's going to be a 4th and short.
Great play there by Andrew Potts, knifing his way through.
It appears as though it's going to be a 4th and the same yardage. No gain on the play. About a 4, maybe even a little bit of a loss there.
Huge play for the Tigers here.
Impressive play up front by Jaden Allison and Cade Sponsel and Potts. So Owen Sykes there, that defensive front for the Tigers of since that first drive, boy, they've sure sustained that line of scrimmage. Let's see what we come up with here. What are you going with, outside, inside? What do you think here,
I'm
Mr.
not
Luke?
even going to try. Every time I try, it's the opposite.
I'm going to go LeBeau opposite here to the left side.
LeBeau, he's going to get it.
Oh!
Stuffed again.
Brought
Great
down by
play.
Potts.
That's going to be
It's
very
gonna be
close.
short. It appears as though it's going to be short.
It's going to be very, very close.
They're stopping the clock. I'm gonna assume a measurement here.
I'm going to say
gonna
yep.
oh,
Good job,
first down, the
Tigers. Good play there.
Wow. As bad as that scenario could have been
absolutely.
with an interception inside the 30 by Drake Stapleton there and that mishap there by Max and Drake, that is the most positive thing that probably could have come out of this. You want to talk about a momentum swing, you know, a fourth down play and short, and you hold them, you stuff them, the size of that offensive line and that front by the Panthers.
Yes, yeah.
You can't be more positive a play to start the second half than that for the Tigers.
And, you know, coming off a turnover, too, they could have just held their heads and said, we'll just give them this touchdown. We'll see what we can do next. But, no, they stuffed it when they needed to the most. So
definitely need to take advantage of this momentum.
All right, so Stapleton in the backfield, pistol formation, handoff to Potts here. Lead blocker Riley Cummins. He's going to pick up about 1 or 2 on the play.
Appears as though it's going to be about a second down and about 8 at the 15-yard line here.
Man, I can't say enough about that Tiger front. The big hog malleys, stuff in the lanes, making sure LeBeau can't sneak his way through. Great job there by the Tigers.
Bit of a shoestring tackle there off the edge by Potts, but, hey, he held every bit of his ground.
Yep. Shoestrings still count.
Or back of the jersey, whichever one.
Yeah, you know, whatever. Tomato, tomato, right? All right, so pistol formation once again. Cummins beside and Potts it behind. Handoff to Potts there. Little
Not
counter.
much room.
So Potts maybe pick up a yard on the counter play there.
Appears to maybe have gotten back to the initial line of scrimmage there. 3rd and about 7.
That's what it appears. 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
What are you thinking, air the ball or run it?
I think you got to air the ball. Let Drake have another shot at this. You know, he showed a lot of resilience last week against CHCA, so give the guy a chance. But again, I'm not the coach, so they know more than I.
Well, I would opt to drop back Drake like we did there in the first half. A few seconds left.
All right, Stapleton will receive in the shot. Ooh, little reverse to Riley Cummins. He's going to come really close. He's got it.
First down.
First down,
Tigers
Riley Cummins.
at the
Great play call.
25-yard line.
And again, that's why I'm not the
Great
coach.
job.
And
Great play calling there.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure if
play
Gossett got that out of the 90s playbook or the 23 playbook, but that was a good one.
Whatever playbook you got it out of, Mr. Gossett, he knows best in that situation.
There may have been a little dust on that one. That was some old school counter action there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet this year. We have
But
seen
I'll
a little bit
what
with
was old school
Pinwell.
about that was the push up front by the line. That was some serious positive movement by those Tigers up front. Great job.
They definitely wanted it. So Stapleton's going to pitch right to Potts. He's got some blockers. He's got some grass ahead of him. About a four-yard pickup on the play.
About a 3 or 4 yard gain there. Got lucky. Appeared as though there could have potentially been a holding call inside by the Tigers. Good penetration up front by the Panthers, but we got lucky there.
Absolutely.
Bring up 2nd down and 6 on the 29. You know, like we talked about earlier, this is one of those sustaining drives that we need. Boy, it'd sure be nice to carry this ball all the way through the end of the quarter as we continue to slug this thing down the field.
This has been
continue to go.
It has been a slugfest so far. I mean, just great runs by both teams. It's been a heck of a game so far. Stapleton gets it, hands it off to Potts. Potts bounces to the right. Good pickup once again by Potts. He's going to pick up about 3 to 4 in a cloud of dust.
Brings a 3rd and short, about a 3rd and 1. Great movement up front at the point of attack there by the Tigers.
All right, so that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Big play here for the Tigers. Once again, we've seen some fortunate things happen for the Tigers on long yardage 3rd downs. We haven't seen too many 3rd and shorts so far in the game, so we'll see what they elect to do here.
This is one of those big plays. The Big Cat wins here.
Absolutely. Connor Frazier at tight end for the Tigers. Stapleton hands it to Potts. That's going to be close. I don't think he got it, though.
Down in the backfield. That's going to bring up a 4th and short,
what
maybe
do you,
about a half yard.
What do you do here?
Really
That was
positive play by Potts, as it appeared as though he was going to be tackled about 4 yards in the backfield, and he fought his way all the way back to gain about a half a yard. Brings up about a fourth down and about a half a yard. What do you do here, Coach? What do you do here?
Well, someone's going to take a timeout. Looks like Coach Penwell is going to take a timeout and discuss it a little bit. So we'll be back to the action. Brad, can you go ahead and put Tiger Trivia up again one more time for us? Once again, put in your answers for Tiger Trivia. We'll read the answer between the third and fourth quarters. Once again, closest without going over will win a $25 Visa gift card from RoofX.
All right, big announcement from the middle school today. Miss Guthrie's, formerly Mrs. Dodds.
Yep.
First ever McClain Junior High School Urban Soils team took first place in the districts today at Wilmington College. A big shout out to Lila Banks, Aubrey Baldwin, Lucas Banks, Jansen Allison, Owen Sykes, Haley Freeze. Great job, youngins. Go Tigers.
I love agronomy. I also would love a first down here, but we'll see. That's going to be close. Oh, that's going to be just that's tough. That's going to be very tough.
Well, we'll see how straight Mr. Bolander painted those lines this afternoon.
Oh, man. This would stress me out as an ump. So, again, Tigers elect to go for it on a very short 4th and 1 play here. 2:53 left to go in the third period. Tie ball game. Man, gutsy call there by Coach Penwell, and it is right there. So we'll see.
We're going to be short.
We're just short. Man. And you could tell Stapleton was trying to reach over that line to gain, but obviously the refs elected to spot it just short of the line to gain. So good effort there by the Tigers, also good effort by the Panthers, okay? That's just one of those. It can go either way sometimes. All right, so that will be a turnover on downs. Trace will take over, ball on the 34-yard line.
Great time of possession there by the Tigers. Brought that ball out, I think, from about the 15-2 series there. You know, that's awful deep into Tiger territory to opt for that one, Nate.
We're here to win a game, though, right?
Absolutely.
Can't win without scoring, so. All right, so Tigers will play some D here. Cohen 6 in at DN for the Tigers in this series. Gillespie back. Or, I'm sorry, Robinette, not Gillespie. Big pass to Garrett Guess. He's going to catch it. Shrugs off Eichenberry's tackle and takes it in. As soon as the Tigers turn it over, the Panthers capitalize for a touchdown. That will make your score 13-7 with 2:44 left to go in the third.
You know, based on previous first down series there, Nate, I think that's the first time the Panthers have opted to throw on first down scenario. So I'm not sure if that caught us off guard there.
I'd say it did.
Deep.
I'd say it probably did. Good play call there by Coach Williams on the sideline. Gutsy. You got to like it if you're a Panther fan for sure. All right.
Not Coach Will, not to be mistaken for Coach Will.
not Coach Will, you're right. So Man Beavers will be back to kick. Mavis will be back to kick for the Panthers. His kick is up, and it is good. That will bring your score to 14-7 Panthers. All right, so Tigers got to answer here, Marky Mark.
You know, it's one thing to get out of a negative scenario throwing an interception in your territory. It's another thing to try to get out of a negative scenario going forward on 4th in your territory.
Right.
Not necessarily, close to midfield. I mean, we were on the 34, 35-yard line. But, hey, I think Coach Penwell in that scenario is thinking, hey, I've got a senior strong team with 7 senior captains.
Yep.
I'm going to call them out. Say,
Yep.
hey, we need this first down. Miami Trace did a great job there maintaining that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, kudos to the Panthers there. Great play call there to get it into the end zone.
Hindsight, that was probably a great call by Coach Penwell.
Absolutely.
Had we gotten that, I mean, that was certainly a momentum push.
Huge momentum push. So let's see if we can turn the tables a little bit here.
About the same time that the Tigers got the ball there in the first half, about 4 minutes remaining in the first half after the Panthers' first score in the first half. So now we got about 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Quickly approaching the fourth quarter. This has been a pretty quick game, Luke.
Well, I mean, as well as both teams have been running it, it's just been ticking and talking off the clock here.
Not too many penalties. There's a few holding penalties here and there.
We've seen single-digit pass attempts from both teams. It has been a quick game. What time is it? We're looking at 8:30.
I might get home to.
You got to trim some steers or something, don't you?
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, got to get those things trimmed.
Might get home before midnight tonight.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so it looks like the umps will let Mavis kick here. His kick is up. It's going to go to Riley
Hopefully we
Cummins.
Can field this one a little better.
We do, and Cummins takes it before being taken down by number
57.
Looked like number 4, Evan Mallet. Mallet. French.
Definitely a French Fayette Countyan. Mallet.
All right, so Tigers will take over. 2:40 left to go in the third period. Once again, also stick around after the game. Not only will we have the drone footage that we can show you, but the band, homecoming band, they also will do one more number at the end that we always like to show. We like to show off our band and the other bands. Trace's band did a fantastic job as well, so we want to thank them for showing up and showing out a little bit.
You got to thank the alumni that have come back for this great event. You
Absolutely.
don't see this continued support year after year. As an outsider, I can say this, McClain, Greenfield, it's such a unique place. There's such a love for the community, such a love for the school here, and you can see that. The stands are packed. The fence is leaning. Everybody's got their evening. My legs are tired. Let's get this game over with and win this sucker. Lean on the fence there. So
yeah, then go grab a chicken wrap or something to catch 22 after, right?
That's right.
Yep, sounds pretty good right now.
Or a Tony's Pizza at Furman's, right?
Hey, we love the pizza from Furman's, steak burgers. Absolutely. All right, so the Tigers will come back out. Looks like Stapleton will begin the set in the pistol. Potts behind him, 3 wide. He'll get it. Hands it to Potts up the middle. Immediately met in the backfield by number 56, Brady Sheets for the Panthers.
High snap there from Allison. Maybe would have delayed Potts getting to that hole just ever so slightly. That's seemed to be the second high snap we've had this game. Not typical of Jaden.
Yeah,
Allison.
a little uncharacteristic of Jaden, but he'll figure it out. Super smart kid, hard worker.
Dedicated senior athlete and captain there.
Maybe you can teach him a thing or two about snapping.
Ooh.
Of course, you could teach anybody a thing or two about snapping, I'm sure.
Too old for that, I think.
Nah, just a number.
The way my legs feel just standing up here this whole first half.
I feel you there.
Feel a little old.
All right, trips out wide to the right, single left. Stapleton has to really get on his horse here. He's going to get it to Cummins for a short gain, and he's going to get tackled by a claw of Panthers there.
About a 6-yard, 7-yard gain. Ball will be spotted on the 40-yard line. Absolutely agree to that one there, Mr. McCoy. Absolutely.
All right, talking Mr. Brian McCoy.
Just came back from the Farm Science Review. I think we sent a bunch of kids up there.
There you go,
Great
yeah.
event up there. in London, one of the largest farm shows there in the Midwest.
All right, good
Great
catch there by
play.
Weller. Wow, good.
Best throw and catch there probably of the day.
Nice little hitch route there by Weller out wide to the right. Stapleton finds him on time and on the money.
On a 3rd and 4 on the 40-yard line, we get about a 7-yard gain there, 8-yard gain. Ball spotted on the 48. Approaching Panther territory here as the clock winds down to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's a very similar situation to the last half there, Mr. Luke.
Absolutely. All right, so big series here for the Tigers. If you can go to the 4th quarter and tie this guy up, this is going to turn into a pretty good game real quick. All right, trips wide to the right, single left receiver. Hand off to Potts. He's going to bounce right. Picks up about 4 yards.
True Andrew Potts style. Initial contact at the line of scrimmage, and still chooses to get
picking
about
up yardage.
3.5, 4 yards. Just a tough physical play by Andrew Potts. You know, you talk about why, if you're a young kid out there watching this, why these kids have dedicated themselves for the last 6, 8, 12 months in the weight room. Again, Andrew Potts, he's not a single sport athlete. He's a 3-sport athlete. All those captains out there actually are 3-sport athletes. I think Seth Weller actually is a 4-sport athlete this year,
yeah,
correct?
Yes, he
Soccer
is.
and football as well, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter here. All right, Mr. Luke, what's the solution for the Tigers here as we've got 12 minutes left in this game?
Well, we've talked about how quick this game has gone, right? Both teams have put on a clinic here on the ground tonight, really shaved some time off the clock, and I think the Tigers can obviously do the same as we are closing in on the end of the game here.
I'd have to take a wager and say that the Tigers, I'm not sure the time of possession, but I'm gonna say it's probably pretty even.
Yeah.
On time of possession.
All right, so with that being said here, I'm going to get with Mr. Rowland. We're going to get a winner for tonight's Tiger Trivia, and we will announce that here. And
how many total counts did it take the marching band, Tigers, and alumni to form
Script Tigers? Yeah, what a question.
What's your answer?
Well, I already know the answer.
Well, you cheated.
Yeah, I'm a cheater.
If I say, holy moly.
Just give it a guess.
252.
252? I mean, that's not hateful. You're not going over, so you're in the game, Mr. Mark Beal. You're in the game.
Am I within 100?
Yes, you are. You are.
Am I the winner?
No. All right, back to the game here. Oh, big long pass. Wow! Whoa! What a fantastic play.
Wow.
Wow. Drake Stapleton with a dart to Seth Weller.
Senior to senior. We
Yes.
were just talking about it.
Absolutely.
A 4-sport athlete, Seth Weller. First time in years he's played football.
Yeah. And I honestly, I don't know who
if he's ever played football.
Right, but I don't know what was more impressive, the catch or the dart of a throw that Stapleton. I mean, he put that in the breadbasket there, and Seth Weller just capitalized on it.
I think Coach Gossett and Coach Penwell took that out of the old Williams playbook there. That first series, Trace came out to get that touchdown to their receiver was a pass downfield as well. So
right.
1st and 4 here on the 4-yard line, 1st and goal.
Yep.
We'll see what the Tigers can do.
Hand off to Potts. Bounced it to the left a little bit. He does have positive yards.
Initial contact at the line of scrimmage, and once again in true Andrew Potts style,
falling
gets about
forward.
3 yards there, 2 yards, second and goal from the 2.
All right, and again, we are currently in the midst of getting the answer to Tiger Trivia for tonight, so we will get that to you ASAP. Sorry for the delay there.
I think we might wipe off some dust of the old Tim Gossett playbook here and go with some type of counter.
Yep, here we go. Stapleton pitch to Potts out right. He's going to bounce right. He's going to be met in the backfield by a couple Panthers, and he's going to be taken down for a short loss on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4, maybe 3rd down and 5.
Maybe it appears as though you're a little deep. Maybe 3rd and 3 there, Nate.
Well,
3rd and 3.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
You're right.
that we opted to go outside with the success we've had inside Not sure that's the call I would have taken there, but it appears as though the Panthers have moved to a 5-man front, trying to take away that inside run from us.
Yeah. All right, so here we go, 3-yard line. Drake in the pistol formation, 3rd and 3. Handoff to Potts. Stuffed originally, but he's going to – man, that's going to be close, and that's a touchdown.
Potts. Touchdown, Potts. I tell you, once again, I think his initial contact was behind the line of scrimmage, but just like the rest of the plays this drive, his previous games, last year, and his entire career as running back, Andrew Potts in true Andrew Potts style. Initial contact and just keeps those feet driving.
Absolutely.
You know, it's that not 10 degree, 20 degree, it's about that 30 degree forward lean he has on that initial contact.
That's a big play by the Panthers, blocking the kick of Seth Weller. That's going to keep your score at 14-13. Panthers still up, but we still got about 10 minutes left in the game. Tigers pick up a big stop here quick, and we'll see what can happen. Let's go with an ad, Brad.
Community Savings Bank. Community Savings Bank is a state-chartered mutual savings institution. Because the company is owned by its depositors and not stockholders, the attention is focused on community development and customer relationships. CSB's mission is to serve as a cornerstone for community development while providing superior financial services, and they do that every day at their locations in Bethel and right here in Greenfield.
All right, and we do have a winner here for tonight's Tiger Trivia question. We just did the calculations here. Brad, you want to go ahead and throw up that answer on the screen? The answer for tonight's Tiger Trivia was 344 beats for the halftime show tonight. You know how I know? Because Mr. David Weeks told me, and he knows everything. So there you go, 344 beats. And our winner for tonight's Tiger Trivia question, a lovely young lady named Debbie Ball. So Debbie Ball, you all are our winner for tonight's Tiger Trivia. Go ahead and shoot us a message here at the McClain Athletic Department. Facebook page here, direct message if you can, and we will get you that $25 Visa gift card. Congratulations once again, Debbie Ball, winner of tonight's Tiger Trivia question.
The Panthers will get the bot spotted at the 35-yard line. Once again, an illegal kick out of bounds. I don't know if that was by choice or we've been pretty consistent with those. Seth Weller has opted to aim at that left sideline pretty much the whole night. So we'll see. We'll see how the Panthers respond here. Up by 1, 9 minutes, 53 seconds left to go in the game. You know, there's a chance this game might be done before 9 o'clock there, Nate.
Shoo-wee.
That'd be a pretty quick one.
That would be. All right, Robinette back to pass, or I'm sorry, he'll hand it off. Just kidding, to Julian Baker. He's going to go out left. He's got room here, and he is moving. Once again, that guy scored 4 touchdowns last week. At least that's what I was told. So he's going to gain about 17 yards on the play.
Into Tiger territory, ball spotted about the 48-yard line.
Clock is stopped here. That is starting to become a factor here. And once again, I got to say, Debbie Ball, winner of tonight's Tiger Trivia. The answer that she put down was 318. So,
few
again,
scores around the area
pretty
there.
darn close. Go ahead, Mark
Scores
Beal.
around the area. I'm sorry there, Nate Dogg. Jackson, 28. Courthouse, 14. What a shame. Wilmington, 14. Clinton Massey, 17. Adina, 35. Paint Valley, after a day off school, 50. So Paint Valley leads Adina.
Ooh, hanging up some points.
15 in that third week of SVC play.
Meanwhile, Robinette, wow. Good little shutter move there at the end. Picks up about 18 on the play. That'll give the Panthers another first down. You got to think again, you know, Tigers, if they allow a touchdown here, is definitely not over, unless the Panthers elect to go for 2 and get it. But you got to think the Panthers
so what do you
here.
do if you're Coach Williams in that scenario? Do you score?
I'm taking the points personally, but once again, I'm usually wrong. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully the Tigers can make a big stop here. We won't have to worry about that. All right, so Robinette once again back in the shotgun, split back set. He's going to get it. He hands it off to LeBeau here.
Met at the
Stuffed by Jaden Allison.
And Andrew Potts.
Sherbert shoes, Jaden Allison coming up big there with Andrew.
I will say it. Since that first drive, the Panthers haven't had as much success running the ball, especially inside. That Tiger front four there, and those, including those linebackers, have been really strong up front.
Yes, yeah,
they're not taking to anything pretty much the Panthers throw at them.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing a good second half here. Good late in the first half play by them as well. So Robinette back in the shotgun again. He's going to clap it off here. He's going to keep it. Looks for the option play. He's going to pick up 11 yards on the play.
It appears as though he got the first down. Preliminary. The clock is stopped. They are signaling a first down. Ball will be spotted on about the 21, in between the 21 and the 20-yard line.
So if you're the Tigers, they've had some big stops here in the red zone. Do you get a little bit more aggressive here? Try to force the Panthers to
I will
take
say
some
the play calling there in that situation, a couple unique plays, an option play that we haven't seen by the Panthers yet tonight.
Right.
I'm not sure I would go that route.
All right, so LeBeau up the middle again, knifes his way over to the left. He's going to pick up about 3 to 4 yards on the play.
Defensively, you've had some positive situations, just being physical up front. Maybe, obviously, being down one, you don't want to burn those timeouts yet. But, that's something Coach Penwell might want to opt for here soon and just, call his team out. Maybe if the Panthers were to get a first down here, maybe a 1st and goal. But we have been successful in this territory before just a few minutes ago.
Just got to get some fortuitous bounces here. Robinette once again split back.
You love that word.
Dude, I've said it a lot tonight, haven't I? I just realized that. LeBeau going up the middle here. He's going to be brought down by Riley Cummins. He's still moving, though. I still don't think.
I think the Tigers in that instance were looking to try to strip a fumble, cause a fumble, more so than they were, and trying to tackle and get LeBeau down.
And LeBeau, not a big running back by any means, but he is a hard runner. Once he gets a full head of steam, he is getting a little hard to bring down.
He runs like every other member in that family that's carried a football for the Miami Trace Panthers.
Yeah, it's a pretty common name.
And they don't stop until they're on the ground.
And that's scary if you're a defender. Robinette will be back in the shotgun once again. He'll get it, hand off to LeBeau again. He's going to go into the
touchdown
end zone, touchdown, Panthers. So that will bring your score to 20-13 Panthers. So this is a big play here. You don't normally think an extra point or a 2-point conversion is big, but this is a big decision by Coach Williams.
Appears as though they already have their kicking team on the field, so that's going to challenge. If they get this, that's going to challenge the Tigers to go for 2 when we get a touchdown here.
Looks like we got a hobbled Panther. Looks like number 5, Garrett Guess, limping a little bit off the field. So short injury timeout here. Looks like number 52.
Mr. Luke, we're going to have another exciting halftime presentation next week. Hot off the press, I believe, from Mrs. Gray. Our anticipation would be to honor those perfect Tigers. Almost perfect Tigers.
Almost, because nobody's perfect,
Almost
right?
Perfect Tigers. Those Tigers that were successful in getting a perfect score on their state test. So
absolutely,
that's look for an invitation from the McClain High School Spirit Committee.
Yes, congratulations to the nerdy kids. Nerds rule the world, and we want to congratulate them.
Were you ever close to that perfect score?
No comment. All right. Oh, low snap there. Oh, he's got a corner. Number 6, Cooper Enix. He's going to take it in for a successful 2-point conversion, and what seemed to be a really, really broken play turned into a very good play for the Panthers, and that now makes the score 22-13. Panthers now up 2 scores.
A 2-score ball game, 6 minutes, 33 seconds left.
That was
I'm not so sure the Tigers here can come out with the Tim Gossett playbook that we've used through most of this game. Might have to come out like we did in that last drive and go up top there to try to not work so much time off the clock. The Tigers, I believe, still have 2 timeouts, opted to use one early there in the half, or was that in the first half? Do we have 3?
I believe it was in the first, yeah. All right, well, 2-score game here. We got about 6.5 minutes left to go in the game. Tigers will get the ball here. You got to think they can get a decent kick return here.
The tech
Give
god
yourself
up here in the scoreboard says they have 3 timeouts left.
3 timeouts. Okay, there you go. Mr. Brad Rowland, our savior. Someone's got to be responsible up here.
No one has called timeout this half.
Got to think that will change. Someone will call it. Especially the Tigers, you would think would call a timeout here soon. They're going to probably need those here coming up. All right, so it looks like Mavis will be back to kick for the Panthers with Cummins and Sykes back to receive for the Tigers. Mavis's kick is up, and it's going to go to Owen Sykes. He's going to receive it. He's going to knife his way to the 25-yard line. So Tigers take over, and they're going to have to march down 75 yards pretty fairly quick here, Mr. Beal.
Yeah, 6:28 left. You're looking at maybe a minute and a half drive. If the Panthers are going to get the ball back at some point in time after we score, most likely they're going to look to try to drive the ball down the field and sustain like they did early on in the game with that 7-minute drive, actually 8-minute drive.
So Tigers are going to spread it out here. Drake Stapleton alone in the backfield.
Kind of a unique setting that we haven't seen yet this game.
We've seen it a couple times, but here we go. Stapleton again, back to throw. He's going to look up top for Eichenberry. Good pass.
Oh, you ain't catching that, folks.
Yep, he's gone. All right, so touchdown, Tigers.
He's already at the Fayette County line, heading towards the Northern County line. Wow.
Great. And once again, great catch by Eichenberry. Fantastic throw by Drake Stapleton. He's had two absolutely breadbasket throws.
Maybe just ever so slightly underthrown, but just thrown well enough where that Miami Trace Panther could not get to it.
Wow. So, okay, hey, best case scenario for the Tigers right there, guys.
I think Force Eichenberry's still running there, Mr. Luke.
All right, so this is going to be big as well here. Seth Weller's kick is up, and this time it is good. No Panthers get their hands on it this time, so that'll make your score 22 to 20.
11 seconds.
Homecoming game.
Here we are, 6:17 left in the game. So what are the Tigers going to do here? Opt to give the Panthers some positive field starting point again and kick the ball out of bounds? Are you going to kick it back to them? Are you going to split it to them?
You got some decent playmakers back there to receive for the Panthers. Well, I shouldn't say decent. They're good playmakers. So a squib kick wouldn't be totally out of the question here, just so it gives the Tigers a chance to get downfield a little bit more. But once again, hey, a little over 6 minutes left. This is still anybody's ball game. Tigers got to get a big stop here. They can probably get away with allowing a couple first downs, but they really got to stop them when it counts. So Seth Weller will be, once again, going back to kick for McClain. Weller had the big catch on the last drive.
It'll be interesting to see what the Tigers opt to do here. We've been, if those Panthers, especially, who was it, Julian Baker, you said had 4 touchdowns last week. I'm going to assume that possibly one of them was a special teams potentially return.
Yeah, he's back there, so
coaches,
it's possible.
The Tiger coaches probably did their homework. There's got to be a reason we're kicking out of bounds. They're potentially lining up here in an onside presence, it looks like.
And,
so
I'm not Panthers don't want to take any chances.
6:17 left that I'm going to be opting for an onside, but obviously, if you're Coach Williams, you just want to be safe here.
And nice Weller's going to kick it right in just the correct spot there. All right, they got to get a stop here.
Good
and
tackle.
Number 22, Bryce Perkins, received and took it back to the 25-yard line, roundabout. So, hey.
Well, that's about 8 yards, 9 yards short of where the Panthers have started every other drive. 6 minutes, 11 seconds left.
This is big, man. This is where the big cats are going to come out. So, we'll see. Tigers got to make a stop here. Like I said, they can afford to give maybe a couple first downs up, but they're eventually going to have to dig in and make this stop. So.
I don't know. Looks like to be an injured Tiger on the sidelines. Trainer checking him over.
Looks like Cam Medley, number 1.
Yep.
Caden Pinwell, I believe, is
Certainly
also
hope
out of
all
the
best
game.
for him.
All right, so Robinette hands off. Oh, LeBeau just bouncing off a couple Tiger tackles there, taken down eventually
That
by
was
number
Julian
12,
Baker.
Caden.
Number 3, Julian Baker for the Panthers there. So
So-
appears to be first down.
Yep. So just
Ball
kidding there.
spotted on the
Caden
37.
Pinwell not hurt. He is back on the field. I saw someone with shaggy hair there on the sideline. Looked like him from behind, I guess. So
That could also have been the mop.
that is true.
Yeah. I'm jealous.
He's-
You're
yeah,
jealous, as
we're
are you.
both
Yeah,
jealous.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
we're
hoping
both
Caden
there.
would do that Locks for Love and donate it to us. I'll take half. you
God,
take
God
half.
knows we need it.
I
yeah.
just want to maul it.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but I'll just take some hair. All right, so
Kate Sponson walked
Robinette
up
back
tight.
again. He's going to have it in the pistol set here. He's going to pitch it to the left to LeBeau. LeBeau going hard. He's going to pick up some substantial yardage here before being taken down by
Positive is he's brought
Andrew
out of
Rader.
bounds, in Tiger territory. Stops the clock here.
about a 18-yard gain on the play by Mr. LeBeau.
You know, I think if the Tigers hope to stay in this, we cannot allow them to score. You know, in the situation they get a touchdown that becomes a one-score ball game, they get an extra point, it becomes a two-score ball game as it was just previously about a minute ago.
Right. All right, so Panthers will come back out. They're going to spread the field a little bit more than what they normally do. Same 2 backs in the backfield, Baker and LeBeau.
Appears as though we're going to bring a blitz from the field here.
Eli Douglas, number 19, comes in for McClain on D.
Indeed we did.
And that's going to be a good stop by the Tigers. It does keep the clock rolling.
Clock will roll.
And we are under 5
4:45.
minutes left in the ball game. All right, so ideal situation here for the Tigers. They got to get a big stop here. It's second and 8. If they can get a stop here, force a 3rd and long, it's still, again, anybody's ball game.
So you're Coach Williams here. You get in a 3rd and short. You get into a 4th and short even.
Yep.
Do you go for it? Do you punt the Tigers down deep?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know.
That's why we play the game.
That's
right?
why we play the game. That's right.
That's why they bet in Vegas.
Robinette once again in the pistol set. He's going to hand off to LeBeau up the middle. That's a good gain there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short for the Panthers.
3rd, potentially 3.
3rd and 4 it looks like here. A short 3rd and 4. So, hey, you said it earlier in the game. This is the
9:01.
This is the biggest
3:50.
play of the game so far. So 3:45, clock ticking away.
Surprised Coach Pinwell did not opt for a timeout here. We've got
I
3
think
remaining.
he wants to save it if they can get the ball back. They just got to get the ball back here.
Panthers doing as you should in this scenario, letting the clock work down, taking as late a snap as possible.
All right, so Robinette gets it. He fake. Good fake there. Man, Tigers lose containment, and that's going to be a
Touchdown,
score
Panthers.
for Robinette. Wow.
Unfortunately, there was some initial contact in the backfield. We just could not bring Robinette down. And, he scurries on down the field for a 36-yard touchdown run.
Got to hand it to Robinette on that play. He made it. The fake, it took out 2 Tigers on the play. Both of them bid on that pitch to the right, and he just had green grass in front of him, a gaping hole up the middle. So that's going to bring your score to 28-20. This is big here. If the Tigers can stop the Panthers here on this kick, again, obviously that will be very beneficial.
You send the house on this one.
Yes. You send the house. If they get a 2-point conversion out of it, so be it. You got to definitely bring it here.
Close. Riley Cummins got
Yep.
close, but no.
But that's going to make it a
ball game,
9-point
3:15
game.
left.
Hey, we've seen strange things before. Tigers have had a couple big plays, so see what happens. And Brad, let's go ahead and go to an ad.
Big Brad. with the
Community
ad.
Savings Bank. Community Savings Bank is a state-chartered mutual savings institution. Because the company is owned by its depositors and not stockholders, the attention is focused on community development and customer relationships. CSB's mission is to serve as a cornerstone for community development while providing superior financial services, and they do that every day at their locations in Bethel and right here in Greenfield. Corner Pharmacy. At Corner Pharmacy, they've been taking care of customers in the Greenfield area and beyond since 1948. Their pharmacy specializes in serving the community with fast, friendly, professional service and the highest quality medicines and health products. You'll always be greeted by name, and their pharmacists take the time to counsel you and answer your questions. They offer free delivery, where you can stop into their location on the corner of Jefferson and Washington Streets in Greenfield, or pull up to their convenient drive-up. Corner Pharmacy would also like to remind you that flu season is here, so it's time to get your yearly flu immunization.
We back on.
All right, back to the action. Mavis's kick up to Owen Sykes again here. Got to get a big play here if you're the Tigers. He's going to be brought down by a gang of Panthers here, though. That's going to bring the ball to the 26-yard line.
About the same starting point of the last drive there, Luke.
So, hey,
3 minutes, 8 seconds left, 9-point ball game, 2-score ball game.
once again, Stapleton, he's going to be looking for his big target. Max Eichenberry here. Seth Weller's proved that he can go downfield.
And go deep and go long here to start off with. Obviously, it appears
I think
as
you
though,
have to.
You got Miami Trace and a unique kind of a prevent defense here. They've only got 3 down linemen. They got 2 backers and about 5, 6 DBs. So if that adds up to about 12, I think. So maybe my math is off a little bit.
And you're the math teacher, so. All right, so.
Certainly Drake Stapleton should have plenty of time in that backfield. Got a couple linebackers walk up looking to potentially blitz.
All right, so Stapleton alone in the backfield here. Flag on the play. Probably going to be offensive here.
Defense
offsides. Okay.
Big play to start for the Tigers there.
Good fortune for the Tigers coming here. That'll bring up 2nd and 5 on the 30-yard line.
You know, undoubtedly 3 minutes and 8 seconds. We are not out of this game. Absolutely
100% not. We do have to get some big plays here. 3 minutes is not impossible. Ultimately, even if you score quickly or even semi-quickly, you got to get a defensive stop. And
you got an offer that
and
onside kick too.
Well, yeah,
so
that's also an option.
Scenarios you practice all week long.
Yep. All right, so Stapleton once again alone in the backfield. Got to think he's looking towards the direction of Mr. Eichenberry here down the middle.
Got Potts in the flats.
He's rolling out to his right, and he's just going to run. He gets out of bounds, even better.
So he's 42-yard line.
He's going to pick up 14 to 15 on the play. That'll bring up first down.
10 at about the 41. You know, I'm not going to say that those D linemen for the Panthers are slow, but Drake Stapleton sure was on a move there.
He was on the move, yeah. I mean, if I'm a quarterback and I got big boys chasing me, I'd like to think I'd move a little quicker too. He definitely did there. All right, so Stapleton once again back in that lone set. He's got trips wide to the left. He's looking that way initially, looking back to his right. He's going to chuck it downfield to the right to Eichenberry. Eichenberry had a chance on it, just couldn't quite bring it in. Good coverage there by number 6,
Good
Cooper
pass protection
Enix.
by the by the offensive line there. I'm sorry for the Tigers. Stapleton had plenty of time for that deep pass there.
Yeah, anytime you can look to the opposite side of the field and then chuck it to your right and not get hit, kudos to the offensive line there. They're giving us some time. We just got to make that hook up there. And it's definitely possible. We've seen it 2 or 3 times already this game. So Tigers come back out, trips left this time. Seth Weller lone wide to the right. 2nd and 10, 2:52 left to go in the game. Stapleton will get it, looks left. Nothing going down the seam for the Tigers there, looking for Cummins down the middle.
The Panthers had some unique pressure there, atypical of what they had previously. It looked like number 58, Nick Farrens, was in the backfield there for the Panthers.
All right, so once again, the Panthers in a prevent D here. They got about 5 DBs on the field, 3 down linemen.
It seems monotonous, but I feel like we've said this is the biggest 3rd down play of the game about every series this game. So
Spell
this-
monotonous, Mr. Beal.
Monotonous. Can I phone a friend? I'm not going to sound like a fool. My wife's probably
Yeah,
watching.
you better phone your wife. She would
Yeah.
know. All right, so Eichenberry's alone in the slot there. He's looking that way.
Look out to Eichenberry. Get upfield.
And he's going to be
Almost
just
first
short,
down,
but that
just
brings
short,
up a
about half
fourth.
yard.
Got to think maybe a timeout here in this scenario. And they're going to be short about a half yard.
We've had this scenario
Clock
before.
is still running, so they got to get out and make a play.
We've
I
been
think
in this scenario before. Short yardage, about 15 yards to the
They're-
left of us here.
They're going to have to get going a little quicker here. I don't know if they're showing enough urgency at this point. They got to get this ball snapped. Either that or a timeout. All right, so Stapleton in the pistol. He's going to hand off to Potts, and he gets stuffed
That is
for a short
not
loss.
what you wanted there. Surprised that the Tiger sideline did not opt for a timeout there. I guess they wanted to carry him through. So now we're in a 9-point ball game. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left. Probably Miami Trace. If they get their first down here, ball game's probably over, even if we so choose to use all 3 of our timeouts, which we probably will.
Yep. Tigers got to get low on the defensive line, and you never know, there might be a botched snap. It's not like they have Mark Beal out there or anything, so anything's still possible.
Thanks.
Sorry, I had to,
Appreciate it.
man. Had to. So that will bring up 1st and 10, 2:04 left to go in the game. Ball on the 49, Panthers in Tiger territory. All right, so Panthers will line up in the typical pistol set here. LeBeau behind Robinette here. Pitch to LeBeau to the left. He's got a little bit of room. He is brought
Great
down
tackle.
by Eli Douglas. No, I'm sorry, Caden Pinwell.
Great tackle by Caden Pinwell. Great to see him back on the field there. So, and the Tigers will opt for a timeout here with 1:57 left. You know, we said early on, Big Cat wins. You know, I'm not thinking that the Panthers were the big cat in this game.
Certainly, both teams have shown glimpses of, both big play style and run and gutted out styles in this game. It's been a heck of a game on both sides. You know, I think ultimately the Tigers have done a heck of a job on the offensive line side of things. There's been a few botched plays here and there. But really, both lines I've been very impressed with all game. It's just been a really hard-fought game. Just some unfortunate things happening to the Tigers here late. Some stops that just haven't been made. So, again, still got 2 minutes left to go in the game. Anything can still happen. Some big plays may still happen. So, definitely not counting the Tigers out at this point. But they definitely have to get a stop.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
And a turnover would not hurt. All right, so Panthers doubles out to the right, single wide to the left. Robinette will receive it in the pistol. He'll handle it. Nope, he's going to keep it. Once again to the left side, got a lot of room. He is going to very intelligently stay inbounds and just go
Clock will
down.
continue there.
That will force a Tiger timeout.
The Tigers did not opt to call a timeout here.
Okay.
So, minute 50 left. Can the Tigers stop the clock in a 4-down series? I don't believe so. It appears as though
No.
to me that the clock will run out.
Clock will run out. You got to expect the Panthers
probably
to
look the Panthers to just take a knee
Yep,
on this
take a
scenario.
knee, V formation here. Once again, hard-fought game on both sides, I mean,
Doesn't
I-
appear as though they're going to take a knee.
yep.
You legally have to take a knee under center. Cannot take it in the shotgun.
I've somehow heard that before. They're going to hand it off to LeBeau, and he's going to take it up the middle, and he's going to eventually go down.
First down at about the 15-yard line, about 18-yard line it seems. About a 19-yard gain.
So the clock will stop for a minute here, at least in theory, I believe. And there's going to be a timeout called by the Tigers. All right, Brad, if you can, let's try to get at least one more ad in before the end of the game, and we'll be right back at you here in a minute.
Detillion Landscaping. Detillion Landscaping is an experienced landscaping company with a long history of excellent service in the Chillicothe area. For 35 years, they've dedicated themselves to building long-term relationships with clients, hiring the best staff, and dealing in quality landscape plants and materials. They continue to earn an outstanding reputation every day as they work for their customers. Feel free to get in touch with their team to learn more about how they can help you manage your landscaping needs. Detillion Landscaping. It's what they do, and they love doing it.
All right, we're back here at McClain High School. The Tigers trying to battle off the Miami Trace Panthers. Not looking good. Minute 10 left, down 2 scores, 29-20. Ball handed off to Julian Baker. Didn't seem to hit that hole too hard.
And tick, tick, tick away here.
And Coach Penwell will opt to take his final timeout. You know, great job by the Tiger coaching staff this evening. Great play calling.
Yeah,
they
I mean,
obviously had done their homework. You know, Miami Trace,
absolutely.
like you had said, had handled some formidable opponents.
Mm-hmm.
The Waverly Tigers, Western Brown, lost to, I believe you said,
Bethel
Wilmington,
Tate was another one they won, so probably no slouch of a team there either. But
that's right.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to the Miami Trace Panthers. They came out. They really established the running game early and often, and they kept with it. They didn't get overexcited, especially when the Tigers came back multiple times, made some big plays. Got to hand it to the ground game for the Panthers there.
Update from the SVC there real quick. Paint Valley leads Adena 64-41. Coach Corey Dye bringing out the playbook there, 64. That's kind of an odd number to put up there.
You don't see that often.
No.
You don't see that in Adena. You know,
I know mathematically 8
41
times 8 equals 64, but I don't know why he would opt to go for 2.
No way.
Maybe the Woody Hayes style, right?
Where'd you find it? Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
58 seconds left.
So, well, he just got it in the shotgun and took a knee.
Well, I guess you can.
Yeah.
I
penalty.
take that back.
There you go. Right?
You can take a knee in the shotgun. You cannot spike the ball in the shotgun.
Ah,
I'm sorry,
okay.
I correct myself.
Someone that we would know. Is that like a student?
Bowden Leith, if you're looking for your wallet, we've got it up here in the press box.
Bowden Leith wallet found in the parking
lot.
lot.
Listening to it on Facebook.
A good Samaritan Panther came up and gave that to us. And Robinette will take his.
Her brother's actually a Tiger, so that's where it comes from.
I didn't get a good look. I just kind of stuck my hand back there. So, all right, well, that will bring us to the end of the game here. Once again, your final score for tonight on homecoming. The Panthers 29, Tigers 20. And Mr. Beal, as they're shaking hands here, you know, what's just kind of your final analysis?
There's
what
a
would you
lot
like to
of
say?
positives the Tigers can take from this. Like we had talked about, Miami Trace has played some significant opponents there and handled them, and to see the fact that I think we lost to Paint Valley by 2 scores, and then you see Paint Valley handle significantly Adena there and having some success. They can't hang their head. They lose to Miami Trace to 9 points here. We kind of gave them, I guess, one of those touchdowns put in that scenario. So, there's a lot of positives to look at this game. They're going to go back on film, and there's going to be 3 or 4 plays, those big plays that we talked about, those big cat plays that we had talked about that really hurt us. But aside from that, it's been really positive.
Yeah, absolutely. Well played game by both teams here. I got to give it up to Andrew Potts again. Heck of a game. I don't have the exact amount of times that he carried the ball, but once again, just carrying the load for the Tigers. Drake Stapleton, in my opinion, probably the best game that he's played so far this year, throwing in some absolute dimes to Tiger receivers down the field. And kudos to the Miami Trace Panthers. Hard-fought win on their part. congratulations to them, and this will make the Tigers fall to a 4-2 record on the year. Still very, very, very respectable, and this will bring the Miami Trace Panthers to a 4-2 record as well.
All right.
As we're going here, let's kind of we'll silence ourselves for just a second while the McClain alma mater is playing. All right, so the Miami Trace Panthers, they were playing their alma mater, so good job by Tiger Nation respecting that, and we're going to go ahead and send it to the Tiger alma mater. All right, folks, McClain alma mater. Once again, stick around here. We got the band coming out one more time. Before we get to the band, just want to give you guys a quick little sports update here at McClain. Just kind of update you on where the other teams and sports are at here, starting with volleyball. Volleyball currently has a 9-6 record on the season. They are 3-3 in conference play, so very respectable play by the varsity volleyball team. The boys soccer team fell to a 2-5-2 record. On Thursdays, they fell 4-1 to Jackson, and on Tuesday, they also fell to Hillsborough 2-3. That will make them 0-4-1 in the conference play so far. Girls soccer, Luca Matisic, Sosa Athlete of the Week for
no surprise there.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, our homecoming queen for the night.
Enough, she was a state qualifier in track.
Absolutely.
Two-time state qualifier, now she's
crazy when you play. Yeah, when you play multiple sports.
Yeah.
So, girls soccer, they are currently 3-4-1 overall in the year with a 2-3-1 conference play record. On Tuesday, they won against Hillsborough 5-0, but they did fall to Jackson last night 0-4. Boys golf on the year. They just finished up FAC play. They did finish 6th in the conference.
They'll go to the sectional at Chillicothe JCs this week.
Yep.
Both boys and
this
girls.
week. So
best of luck to them.
Yeah, absolutely. Short season for golf here, so boys will finish up this week. Zane Adams was the low scorer for the Tigers at the FAC match. And we want to also congratulate girls golf as Kaylin Sterling was an all-FAC golfer this year. She scored a 99 at the last FAC match of the year. Very good score. And the girls as a team finished second in the league out of 6. So, again, very successful year there with Coach Derek Lyons and the girls golf team. We want to wish them luck as they also have was it sectionals? Did they already have sectionals this past week?
Nope. FAC,
right. So they'll have sectionals this week also at Chillicothe
Coach
JCs.
Derek Lyons approaching year 5 as a girls golf coach.
Yeah, so well-seasoned vet, fellow Baldy. So
that's right. Got to give him props.
Yep, absolutely. So
way more intellectual than we are. Definitely.
Yes, yeah. He can spell monotony, no doubt.
You know, what a great evening here.
Absolutely, yeah.
McClain High School, not the outcome we wanted, but the Techie God is going to start the drone
Yeah,
footage,
so,
I believe, for us.
Brad,
Script Tigers.
yeah, Brad just said he's going to start some drone footage. This is silent video, so we may talk a little bit here.
Yep. Nate, I sure do appreciate you having me on here, the live stream. It's been great. You know, some of those names for Miami Trace, having been a fellow Fayette County alum, it was great to see those kids out there.
Yeah.
Got to see some of them grow up, but also great to see our McClain Tigers come out and perform this evening and do well. Hats off to Coach Penwell.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Penwell, very, very well coached game here tonight. Again, we want to congratulate all of the Tigers and coaching staff. Of course, the band is playing right now as well. We want to, you know, give them props, the Tigerettes, the cheerleaders, all the alum coming back for the Tigerettes, all the alum coming back for the cheerleaders, the band.
Holy moly,
just,
it looks like I'm getting married again tonight.
That's a diamond.
That's a diamond.
Man, we are getting all kinds of stuff brought up to us tonight.
Is that if that's real, we are going on vacation, I think.
Okay, it's real. Let's go.
You're buying.
Let's go. So as you can see on the screen there, that is drone footage earlier of the Script Tiger. So it's about a 4 to 5 minute process there. So enjoy that footage, hopefully. And once again, I mean, Mr. Beal, we knew this was the fact. It's always going to be harder than the fact, right?
You know, it's one thing, you know, not to make excuses, but, you know, the fact's a challenging conference in that, you know, we'll graduate 120 kids. Miami Trace will graduate 200. So
right.
I was proud to see the number of our band participants exceeded theirs. And the number of our football participants equaled theirs. You know, no different than at our middle school games this past week, Wednesday, the number of our middle school participants exceeded theirs as well.
Correct.
So it's not that they had more of anything else that their kids were committing to. It's just the sheer fact that our kids at McClain High School are more committed than your average, I guess you could say. So we're certainly blessed to be at McClain High School, be in beautiful Greenfield, Ohio, down here on the banks of the Paint Creek, as we call it. Right?
Paint Creek, yep.
That's right.
So, so again, as you can see, Script Tigers forming there. Want to give a shout out to, and I don't think we do this enough because the man does so much for our school in so many different realms, and there's a lot of people that do. But Mr. David Weeks kind of headed up the Script Tiger along with Rick Duffus here. You know, getting there and planning and doing all the complicated math that it takes, and trying to get everyone on board doing a common thing here. It's very impressive.
I was impressed until they played Ohio State's fight song.
Well, you know, whatever, man. Yeah. Get over yourself, dude. So.
Yeah. We did have a rather nice gold ring brought up to the press box here.
Yeah.
So
somebody come and get that.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, just thank you to the band and the alum band as they did the Script Tigers. That's something really cool. I don't think I've seen that in my short time as a teacher. I don't know if I've seen that as a student here. Maybe I just ignored it or took it for granted. But once again, the level of difficulty in planning that is insane. And we're used to seeing the Blue Lion band up north do that, and they do a very good job as well. But it was really cool to see that from our band and our alum tonight. So really cool Script Tigers there. Mr. Rowland, if you could, go ahead and pan us back to our band if you can. I think they're going to play maybe one more song, and we'd like to showcase them a little bit. So we'll come back at you and close off here after this final song. All right. Once again, thank you to Mr. Rick Duffus and the McClain Marching Band. Mr. Beal, let's go ahead and close this thing out for tonight. Final thoughts, final life advice, final anything. Just this is your moment, Mark.
You know, I say the Tigers just got to keep on keeping on. You know, they're in the weight room 4 days a week. You know, very atypical to most high school teams. That just demonstrates their dedication and willingness to continue to get better. You know, I think we got better this game. You know, I think Miami Trace, more likely than any other team in the FAC, has a chance to compete with Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, as Jackson beats Courthouse 28-14. And then, so best of luck to Miami Trace this year. Hope for all the success for them. You know, in the end of that, it'll help us in the playoff run. It'll help us, you know, in terms of confidence as well. So congratulations to our student athletes and congratulations to theirs. And final note, Aaron Hammond, make sure you fix your spreadsheet so Coach will.
Oh, man, that was my first mistake, giving Mr. Beal the floor there.
That's right.
All right, folks. Well, Tigers will be back in action next week against the Chillicothe Cavaliers. That's going to be an away game. I don't believe I know who Trace plays next week. Get on Sosa or Max Preps or the Trace website, and it'll tell you pretty quick there. But, again, best of luck to the Panthers again. Tigers, we're proud of you no matter what. We love this game that you guys played tonight. You showed heart, effort, so much appreciated there.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Beal, much appreciated from you as well.
It won't be the last, and it ain't the first, and it definitely won't be the last.
Ain't the first,
so
won't be the last.
Probably won't see any more during football season, but potentially during basketball season.
Potentially, hey.
Yeah,
let's get on. We will do a few basketball games, so we'll get back on together. Once again, Brad Rowland.
Happening here at McClain High School, so
yep.
The future is bright.
Brad Rowland, thank you again for doing your ones and zeros thingamabobs. Drew Hamilton and his crew of Braden Black and Zach Scales, thank you guys for your camera work. And you viewers out there in digital world, thank you for tuning in once again. And we will catch you on the flip side.
Fare thee well, Tiger Nation.